Welcome back to MarketBubble, a show all about investing in yourself, where we feel an overwhelming majority of young men today are in a losing position. How are we positioned? Find out today, live on twitch.tv/FaZe Banks. We're also live on Kick with my boy, my tall, handsome co-host, Ansem. Z, say hi.
Yo, what's good?
We're also live on Twitter. I can't fucking breathe, bro.
Kick.com/Ansem.
Brother, I fucking sprinted to the bathroom.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even know how the fuck you pissed that fast.
Brother, I squeezed it out.
What the fuck?
I went as fast as I possibly could. Bro,
that shit is definitely leaking still right now.
It's fine. I'm covered in piss. I'm covered in piss. I'm gonna start having to wear a fucking diaper to the show. This is insane. Wow. Crazy couple days. Great day yesterday.
Insane, bro. Like I can't remember how much, like what day we got that much good news for crypto all at once the same fucking time, bro. It's been a minute since we've had that.
What was it? I mean, Bitcoin's up. It's all up.
Bro,
Ethereum's up 80%.
Bro, Trump talking about Hyperliquid. Bitcoin's up. Ethereum's up like 20% in a day. Fucking Pump is up. Bro, Solana's up. Everything just up. And we got the SEC like regulatory shit.
Armstrong's talking on fucking in front of Congress and stuff. Yeah, it's great. It's amazing. We randomly are curing cancer too. Like AI's curing cancer in real time. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Great fucking day yesterday. Before we get into that, little announcement. You announced something. You announced something pretty big related to the Black Bull and the token. And Ansem.io, the Z500. You want to just take it away, expand, and let everybody know what you just launched?
Yeah. So Ansem.io, Z500 leaderboard. Essentially, you know how there's the S&P 500 for fucking stocks. Well, the Z500 is an on-chain index for all the top launches in crypto. People have been asking me to do like my own launch pad. I didn't want to do another vanilla launch pad, but what I know makes sense is there's a lot of teams who need marketing for their token when they do token launches, and they want to market towards me and all of the Ansem holders. So what Ansem.io is essentially it's a way that whenever you launch, to immediately airdrop a portion of your token supply to all Ansem holders. And then if you want to get boosted on the Z500 leaderboard, you can buy and burn X amount of Ansem to do so, whether that's 25K for gold or 100K for diamond. And then if you do diamond, we'll help you with your token launch and kind of like help you flesh out the ideas for it and your like go-to-market plan and all of those things. So the idea is not to do a fuck ton more just regular token launches, but more to have like a curated list of them. And then for the ones that do really well, we want those to be airdropped to Ansem holders. So essentially you can just hold Ansem, get exposure to all these different coins. That's the main idea for it.
And the entire kind of where this all stems from and the gist of it is your attention has become extremely valuable and sought after in this market. And people are constantly sending you allocations to coins. Obviously, like in our chat just now, people spamming tickers, etc. And this is kind of a more formal way to attach projects that show promise or have cool founders or want to get more involved in you, your brand, the show, your ecosystem. It's a clean, clear, easy way for them to do that, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's an easy way for people to market towards Ansem holders instead of just marketing towards me. Because I mean, a lot of teams want to send me supply. I'm like, bro, I don't want the supply. Just send it to all the Ansem holders. And then also, like, instead of just trying to pay me X, Y, and Z for a sponsorship, you can literally buy and burn Ansem, which directly benefits everybody who's holding Ansem because it makes it deflationary and reduces the outstanding supply. So yeah,
the market responded well to this. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's been like 1.7 mil Ansem burn so far. We've had some cool launches out. Some are doing really well. Some are like teams forming around them. And we have a ton down the pipe too. Like there are teams that have burned the 100K Ansem and now we're waiting for them to launch. So we've been talking back and forth with some of those teams as well. It's been a great few days. I'm surprised at how much volume we've had. We've done almost like 200 mil in volume.
Amazing. Cool. So we're up. I mean, everybody's up in the last couple days. Everybody. It is. Oh, that's not the right tab. When's the last time we saw one of these, man?
Shorts licked, bro. Shorts liquidated.
It's a lot of green. It's a lot. That's a lot of money. $190 billion. It's probably more now added to the crypto market in the past 24 hours. Is the bull market back, brother? Is it officially back?
Bull market is officially back. I've been saying for a long time, I think the 67K level on Bitcoin is super important. The weekly closing through there is really a shift in trend for the first time in like the past few months. After failing to break down beneath the range lows around like 58, 60K, with Sailor selling into the lows, we have peak bearish sentiment, and we bottomed and went up actually. And so I think we're going to retest the range highs around like 83 to 85K, probably in Q3. And if we break above those levels, that's when I think you can start to make an argument that Bitcoin is in an uptrend again. And it's basically the same chart for Ethereum and Solana. They're all very similar.
Everything.
Hype is essentially back at all-time highs. Yeah, Pump is fucking ripping. Pump's 3x off the lows. Yeah, coins are great.
Coins are great. Thank you for that. Guys, listen, obviously this is my co-host, so I, benefit in other ways outside of just us explicitly like doing this show together. In one of these ways, Z just kind of put on my radar, hey, maybe start looking at Pump. I like Pump here. He circled back and hit me on the side and said it again. So it's very rare Z will do that. It's very rare Z will go out of his way to like, yo, if you haven't already, you should buy this. And I think I'm up a clean 100% off that. I know like Thread Guy's position in Pump as well. Obviously, it's like it's like the fucking highest performing product in crypto. So it obviously makes sense. But yeah, everything's fucking
ripping, bro.
Everything's up. I mean, you called it, brother. You called it. And people need, I think it's appropriate to do some sort of victory lap, but you called the fucking rock bottom, like literally bottom tick Bitcoin 41 days ago. Yep. Nobody else on the timeline shared this sentiment or thought. People kind of loosely, maybe kind of like, okay, well, maybe this is interesting. Maybe we should listen to what Z has to say because it's you. But most people will like have the complete like opposite opinion of this. And yeah, I mean, here it is, bro. Here it is.
Clean, bro. Clean.
You were absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. By the way, this retard.
I like him though. I don't know why he threw shots at me.
I don't know who this guy is.
I
don't know who he is, but fuck this guy. 18 hours before shit pops off, 18 hours before Ethereum fucking rocket ships 20%, this guy's talking about least likely scenario. We'll see.
I'm just on everybody's minds, bro. I don't know why. Like, why is he even thinking about me right now? Like, what do I got to do with what he thinks on markets? It's just crazy, bro.
So good.
Shit is crazy.
Good. So I wanted to ask, So yeah, markets are back. Things look great. I just wanted to ask you directly, what are the best long-term trades to make right now for our audience?
Yeah. I'll say going into the bull market, I kind of said on a few episodes ago, like you want to have 60-70% of your portfolio in safer plays, kind of like majors that you are confident in holding for a long term. And you can kind of like dollar cost average into those when stuff is down a lot. And your plan is to hold them for like 6 months plus. So as I said, stuff like Bitcoin, ETH, SOL, Hype. And then you want one in that group that's kind of like your higher risk, but like mid cap, like high conviction play. And for me, I think that's Pump right now. So I would say to split up your portfolio in that way. I think Pump and Hype are probably like the highest risk, highest reward plays out of that group right now. I think Zcash is still a really strong play also in that group that you kind of can lump into the 60-70% bucket. And I would say like the 30-40% is your like rotational portfolio, higher risk portfolio. So that's like all the on-chain stuff. Look at the micro caps, the trends that may pop up. Like when you see a meme that's trending and going viral, okay, maybe you're going to bet on that. When you're playing like Perps or you're playing with a new platform or new startup that just tokenized, leverage plays, all of that is kind of like the smaller portion of your portfolio and how you get exposure to the higher risk things. But yeah, right now, Pump is definitely my highest conviction spot for sure. I think their revenue is inflecting up pretty strongly. It's still underowned by a lot of people. I think institutions are underowned Pump. I think retail is kind of underowned Pump. Like it's mostly traders pushing it right now. And I think they can have a really strong run if on-chain activity continues to pick up. And you can literally see their revenue numbers have 3x'd in like the past month and a half or so from the bottom. It was not even just like the price is increasing, like the fucking PDE ratio is increasing, but also the revenue is increasing. Like it really hasn't re-rated yet. It's just that their revenue has also been increasing.
So you got Bitcoin, Solana, Hype, Pump, Zcash, and I got here VVV. This is what you're interested in right now. This is what you're looking at. This is how you're positioned. I just wanted to kind of one by one ask you directly, What is it you like about what is it you like about Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is the cleanest hedge against monetary debasement. You're not going to get a better trade in that sense. Digital gold, I think gold actually looks good right now also. And it's kind of like a diversified portion of your portfolio from all the AI tech stuff. The AI tech names are obviously dependent on how well like these companies are doing in the market, like how good the models are getting, and all these other things, and how they ship. But Bitcoin is not dependent on any of those things. Bitcoin is literally just digital gold. You're hedged against the dollar losing its value. And so we have here like how high will Bitcoin get this year? Above 100K is like 19%. I think it honestly should be higher than 19%. So we're gonna trade this. Let's see. Is it not letting me?
Do you just think it's mispriced, or do you actually see Bitcoin hitting 100K before the end of the year?
I think this is mispriced. I don't see it hitting 100K by the end of the year. I think that's pretty unlikely.
I think the odds to get closer to like 50-50.
Yeah, I think if you see Bitcoin at like 85, then it might get to like 40+%, depending on how fast it gets there. I mean, last time we were kind of around these prices in November of 2024, Bitcoin went from like 67K to like fucking 100K in like 3 weeks. So it definitely has the capability of moving that fast. And it's just nobody's been bullish crypto, bro. Nobody's been expecting this shit to rip. You can see with the amount of short liquidations that happened yesterday. There was $2.4 billion of shorts liquidated on that move on Bitcoin, ETH, and SOL, because everybody was bearish, thinking we're going to get a lower low in Q4. And so it's kind of shows pretty aggressively how offsides the market is. Yeah, and it's like that across the board for crypto. Everybody's been long AI. Everyone's like, crypto's fucking trash. Crypto's never going to go up again. Alts are worthless. That's been the sentiment.
Seeing you talk about Solana a lot on the timeline lately. What do you like about SOL here?
Yeah, I think for SOL, this is kind of like the maturation cycle for Solana. So first cycle, Solana was kind of proving that an L1 that's cheap and fast made sense. Everybody before thought that Ethereum was the only way to design an L1 because all the previous cheap and fast L1s had failed pretty aggressively, like EOS and a lot of the other ones. And Solana, its first cycle kind of proved that you can have success as an L1 that's structured and built differently than Ethereum. And then its second cycle was when you kind of saw like applications start to do really well on SOL. So before it was like there were no Solana alts that did well first Solana cycle. It was like SOL went up a lot, but there were barely any SOL alts that did well. In the second cycle, you had the meme coin super cycle. A ton of memes did really well. You had Pump as an application have great success. You had Axiom as like an app have great success. And a lot of these teams building around like the DEX trading and meme coin activity and retail activity did really well. And that was great as a proof of concept for businesses that can spin up startups and then make $1 billion+ in revenue in a very short amount of time on Solana. So that was a great proof of concept for that happening on SOL. The infra improved for these businesses to build. And now, like this third cycle, I think is the one where you want to see more successful startups outside of just the memes and the trading. And so Hyperliquid has done a great job as a decentralized Perps exchange. You're going to need something like that to do really well in Solana this cycle. I think Bulk Trade, like Phoenix Trade, some of those teams need to do really well on Solana for the Perps, DEX Perps, decentralized Perps exchange thesis to play out on SOL. Like you need to cover all different parts of the trading market. And then also you're going to need applications that are not just DeFi to do really well on SOL. And that's the most important thesis, I think, for Solana this cycle. You want to see those startups do well. And I mentioned stuff like Credible. I've mentioned stuff like Collector Crypt. But I think if you have not just Pump, but you also have Pump, maybe as something that's kind of like a Hyperliquid, maybe something that's like a social app, maybe something that's like a finance stablecoin startup. And you have all these different teams that are doing well on Solana. Then Solana becomes like the actual decentralized Apple where builders can come and immediately get access to anybody with a wallet globally and find success and find revenue pretty quickly. And so
I feel like Solana is crypto. Quickly. I feel like it just like 65% of all on-chain activity. I saw Vibu post a tweet about this. 65% of all on-chain activity is on Solana.
It's insane.
It's insane.
That's an insane
but it only
stat.
makes up 2% of the entire cap of crypto. Why do you think such a big discrepancy between those two numbers?
I just think the market is lagging, to be honest. I mean, it takes time for these assets to grow in market cap. Like Ethereum is still pretty large. I mean, comparably to Sol, I think Sol's probably around like 50 billion right now, and Ethereum's like 300 billion or something like that. And at peak, I think Ethereum was like 600 billion. But yeah, so I think it's really just like a time thing. I mean, Solana's caught up to a lot of the other majors pretty quickly, but it takes time. And I think that gap is going to continue to close in like the market caps of ETH and Sol, because Sol, I mean, dominates a lot of the activity comparably to ETH. Right. It's really just a time thing.
Zcash, why do you like Zcash as opposed to Bitcoin here?
I think the Zcash thesis is really strong. I mean, it's a very simple thesis, private Bitcoin. Everybody right now is concerned about their keeping their funds safe. And I think that like the whole thesis of crypto being like capital flight from the current system doesn't make sense if your money's not private. That doesn't mean they're doing like illegal things with it. You can like report when you buy your holdings and everything, but for somebody to know every time how much you're spending and where it's going and all of that, that's one of the only main negatives, I think, with Bitcoin, and Zcash solves that problem pretty directly. And it's also one of the only coins that's like hardened against all the AI hacks and stuff. Like it's fucking audited by Mythos. Like they had the Ironwood pool, which is the new pool that kind of removed the issues and concerns that they had with the other vulnerability that they had previously. And a lot of the people who are super early to Bitcoin have been buying Zcash this entire time. Like Zcash has gone through a 10-year period of accumulation. I don't think people realize, from 2017 to now, where a lot of the OG crypto people who believed in the fundamental thesis and fundamental reasons that crypto is important were also buying Zcash at the same time that they were holding Bitcoin. And I think that gap between like Zcash and Bitcoin is going to close. I think like 0.1 ZEC per BTC makes sense. It's very, very, very small comparatively to Bitcoin right now. I think it's close to like 0.01. And yeah, I mean, the thesis just makes a ton of sense. Like private Bitcoin is very simple and easy to understand. And there's a ton of people who want to maintain privacy of their assets.
Right. Polymarket, one of our sponsors, posted this tweet. Just thought it was a cool tweet. Considering everything that happened yesterday. Trump declares, this is so something he'd say too, huh? Yeah. This is so funny.
Bro, you know what's crazy? He actually was saying like a few weeks ago, I was like either a few weeks ago or a couple months ago, he was like something supportive on crypto. And it was random in like one of his two social posts or like something in a presser or something. And I was like, he must have something cooking down the line on crypto. I didn't really know what exactly it was, but I remember I even said it in the time when you were in, I think you were in St. Bart's with TJR. Yeah. When you were in on the boat with TJR, and I was talking about, this is when Sailor was in peak trouble, and people were like, what the fuck is Sailor gonna do? And I was like, yo, I think like there's definitely a possibility where Trump just like buys some of this Bitcoin off of him and like gets him out of this fucking situation. Yep. And Sailor ended up not having to do that, thankfully, but like Trump has said pretty publicly, he said it yesterday, he was like, yeah, we're considering buying Bitcoin and other coins. He said we're trying to make sure Hyperliquid gets legal in the US.
Yeah, he hard-shilled hype yesterday.
Hard-shilled hype.
And it went fucking nuts.
It's an insane clip.
You and I were on a call with Flood when this happened.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He had to immediately eject off call. Bro. I was like, wait a second. Wait, what the fuck? It was insane. It was insane. Let's watch this clip.
No, this is crazy.
Chairman Selig authorized the first ever true Bitcoin perpetual futures contract on a CFTC registered exchange. First time. I understand that Mike is also working to bring Hyperliquid into the United States in a fully compliant and legal fashion. It's working.
So insane.
What does this mean for Hyperliquid? What does it mean for crypto? What does it mean for us?
It's so good for crypto. It's so good for crypto. This is literally the main bear case for Hyperliquid, was that they are not going to be able to figure out the regulatory stuff. They're going to get banned in the US.
It was like the only bear case. I feel like this is all anybody was talking about.
Literally, people were concerned that they weren't going to get the shit. They were going to actually get like banned in the US. People were saying the opposite, actually, like not even close to this. So I mean, it's great for crypto, bro.
Can I just take a little victory lap? I fucking basically full ported Hyperliquid at $30.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go.
You're up.
Great day yesterday. We're all up. If you're in the show, if you're a part of the show, you're likely up. Great day yesterday. Unfucking believable. So yeah, Trump likes hype. You like hype. Why right now are you long hype specifically?
I mean, I think hype has been consolidating in like the 50 to 75 range. It had its first breakout after the announcement with like the Coinbase stable coin. Essentially, Coinbase is now managing the USDC on their platform instead of the native stable that was happening on hype before, and they're directly adding 100% of all revenue from the stables. Hyperliquid, that's what broke it out originally. But they've seen great traction this year with the stocks, HIP3 Perps, which is huge. I think it's over 50% of their volume right now. And so it's not just a crypto protocol, it's a protocol, literally the blockchain for all of finance. So you can trade Perps on every asset instead of just all crypto assets. And people have been complaining that the revenue hasn't been that high, but they're currently in growth mode with all of these stocks. So in growth mode is like the fees that they're charging on all these assets are much, much lower than what they're charging on crypto assets. And so that's the thing. If they ever decide to turn that off or reduce that a bit, they're going to be making a fuck ton more money on stocks. And then also, if you believe that crypto is coming back and crypto's starting to turn, those volumes are going to pick up. And the reason their revenues have been like kind of flat to down over the past like quarter or so is because the crypto volumes have been extremely slow and the stock volumes have been picking up, but they make less money like revenue wise on the stock volumes. And I think Ryan Watkins had a really good post on this actually yesterday where he was saying like people are looking purely at the 30-day revenue of Hyperliquid instead of like doing forward guidance and looking at like, what if this thing actually does become the blockchain where everything is traded, not just crypto, stocks, commodities, Forex, and everything happens on one chain. And it's like extensible in a way that people can build exchanges on top. I think one of the most important things for Hyperliquid is that HIP3 allows other people to build their own like local exchanges for whatever perps that they want. And yeah, it's still super early days for Hyperliquid. They have great traction, great momentum. And if they're getting support from the US government, I've been saying this, I need to actually find this tweet, but I was saying it's like, it's such in the interest of the US government for Hyperliquid to do well because they need USD stablecoins to be as proliferated across the internet as much as possible. Like if USD denominated stables become a lot more popular in all these crypto applications, then USD dominance spreads globally faster than it could possibly do any other way. Like all of the third world countries who like don't have access to your traditional financial systems, if they get access to traditional financial systems through crypto and crypto's native stables are all USD, then we scale USD a lot further than you could any other way in traditional finance. And I think the Trump admin and the people around him kind of are realizing that. He does have some strong crypto people like on their task force. And I think I've been in his ear about that. And that's their biggest thing. They want the USD to be strong. They don't really give a fuck about how. So if it's beneficial for the US, then they're going to do that. And so, yeah, I mean, Hyperliquid getting the stamp from the US government is fucking crazy,
Insane,
bro.
Insane. Markets are fucking up yesterday. Trump's talking about Hyperliquid. GTA's talking. GTA leak, new GTA currency. It was just like the best day ever. Cancer
It's
getting
like top 5 days of the year.
Seriously. 819. 819, like the opposite of 1010. Did you see
here it goes? I think I have this fucking
pulling something up?
Yeah, no, this is a banger, bro.
Hold up.
Where the fuck is it?
This? The fuck? What the fuck was that?
I'm fucking up. Oh wait, how do I share this?
That's so funny.
Huh?
Somebody said there's no GTA currency that counted isn't real. You're
So
retarded.
Yeah, I think I closed it by accident. Hold on, I'm gonna send this shit to you, bro. On fucking TG.
Send it on Telegram.
So you can open it.
Yeah.
I'm retarded, but you see, yeah. So the quote tweet was like, "Welcome to today's CFTC action approval of the first U.S. listed perpetual derivatives contract," and then they essentially were saying that this is good, and then Kyle's like, "This actually doesn't matter. What cost you is not what Hyperliquid are doing," and I responded. If you go down to the long tweet, click that one. I was like, yeah, it's silly to abide by the existing framework of laws around how financial exchanges work when we are creating a completely new system from the ground up. Hyperliquid would not exist if they attempted to fit into the existing system. Neither would many other crypto protocols. There's a reason that they have come up with new definitions in the Clarity Act for protocols that previously did not have the sufficient regulatory definitions for. Makes more sense to believe that new laws will be structured to best accommodate the most successful crypto startups, of which Hyperliquid is clearly at the forefront. Jeff and Co. have said that they have ongoing conversations with U.S. lawmakers and continue to be surprised with how much they are learning how Hyperliquid works. The ICE has also made similar comments that have been positive. Yes, they're closed source, and yes, they started with a small co-located validator set, but it's objectively true that they would not have been able to have as much success as they have so far without those core decisions at the beginning. It also is not as if they are attempting to move to a more permissionless and decentralized construction, as they've added more validators to the val set that did not exist when they first started that are not directly a part of the Hyperliquid team. I believe it's around 25. But I know it isn't all just from the team, and there are other people running validators. What people are discussing currently with the future optimistic case regarding Hyperliquid is that for the first time, we have a pro-crypto president and a pro-crypto admin who both understand the importance of being early and supportive of these technologies, but also understand how much money can be made if it is architected properly. Now, if you look at how Hyperliquid is designed with builder codes and HIP3, it will benefit from a large number of exchanges and front ends being built on top of its core infrastructure and utilize the deep liquidity and work that they've done creating a top-of-class exchange. The reason this should be important to Trump and the U.S. government, if they understand it properly, is if Hyperliquid is successful and they become the AWS of liquidity for financial exchanges supporting perpetual futures, while USDC is the underlying stablecoin on the exchange, by default, they'll be creating a huge amount of demand for USD and extending the dominance of the dollar hegemony globally. They want everyone using US dollars. In the future state of the world, a lot of that is going to be digital. The reason Clarity Act has been able to actually get support in Congress is because they understand the importance of stablecoins in the future and how they will continue to become more popular in the same way that Trump has been outwardly supportive of companies that he believes are doing great innovative work in their respective entities like Dell, Ford, Intel, et cetera. It is very likely that he will be as supportive with crypto companies if they are able to convey the value prop of Hyperliquid doing well effectively. I have confidence in Jeff and the Hyperliquid PC to correctly illustrate this opportunity to lawmakers. If I can see this thesis clearly for how building a decentralized Perps exchange that many other countries and regions can build their own Perps exchanges on top of all use USD-based stablecoins underneath the hood, then I imagine it will be just as easy for others to see as well. We've already seen Trump support similar financial infrastructure with Trump accounts through Robinhood, so not that far-fetched. In my opinion. In May.
Amen.
In May,
Amen.
I said this.
So wait, is Hyperliquid going to save the US dollar?
Literally, bro.
TLDR? Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, this is making sense to me.
God damn.
This is
God damn. Early, bro. Always early. What do they say?
Always early.
Always early.
It's only because I'm next to you, brother. It's only because I'm next to you. You see this?
Yes, this is probably the best news of yesterday, to be honest.
Moderna, again, we talk about stocks trading like crypto all the time. Moderna up 200%. This is insane. Did they cure cancer? Do you know? Do you know anything about this outside of just what you saw on Twitter yesterday?
No, I know it was like a specialized trial for individual, I think, some individual cancer, skin cancer. Individual skin cancer. Yeah, this is huge though. I think it's like people been saying like, oh, AI is not doing anything, AI is doing nothing, and now we're like making serious headway in cancer research, which is huge. So
look at Elon Musk. Look at Elon Musk snipe this by a full day. Polymarket tweeted, Anthropic CEO says AI can win the public over as it actually cures cancer, which I agree. I mean, it's things like that. If a human being cured cancer tomorrow, they would be fucking celebrated worldwide. They'd become the fucking, the biggest celebrity on planet Earth, the most celebrated celebrity on planet Earth. There'd probably be a fucking holiday named after them, right? The fact that it's AI, like this is maybe something the tech needs to win over society, people, because as you know,
yeah, it could be a big turning point. Honestly, it really could.
Elon Musk called it yesterday or 2 days ago. It's insane.
That's nuts.
Great day yesterday, man. 8/19/2026. Bookmark it.
Great day.
Great day.
Great day.
Did you see this? I tweeted this from a burner. If this is true, GTA 6 is the next Bitcoin. GTA Leaker says there's a currency in game that can be traded for real life money. Now, I think it's a close to 0% chance that this has anything to do with crypto, to be honest. I don't think they would take that risk. I don't think that they need to. But what are your like raw knee jerk reaction and take to something like this? How do you think this could unravel? And what do you think this could mean for GTA 6? But also deeper, people playing GTA 6.
I think it's really cool. I mean, I think it's kind of gives credence to the thesis that this metaverse idea was early in its construction, just like not correct in how it was designed. And I do think you kind of can make the bet or the thesis that like GTA 6 is going to be comparable to World of Warcraft in that it's going to have its own in-game economy. It's going to continue to grow as people play the game, and people are going to be trading back and forth with this currency and with the things they're doing in-game in a way that actually like tangibly returns value for your time. Like I think there's going to be people who spend a lot of time in GTA 6 and can make money from doing that. I think the metaverse thesis makes sense, to be honest. Like we're very digital beings right now. We spend a lot of time on social media, a lot of time in our digital worlds. And there hasn't honestly been enough games that have like found success and found traction in like building worlds for people in that way. Like Roblox is probably the main one, but like I feel like a lot of the old MMORPGs like World of Warcraft or like that hasn't been a great one like that in a while. Like World of Warcraft obviously still exists, but it's not as big as it was early on.
I think we're going to see billionaires come out of GTA 6. To be
Billionaires, right, bro? Billionaires.
I really do.
From zero? From what?
Yes, from zero. I think
There's no way, bro.
Why is there no way?
No way.
How many people have a Facebook account?
Like 3 billion or something.
3 billion people. So if 3 billion active people are playing a game like GTA or are sharing a platform and a median like GTA, and it becomes the de facto metaverse, how is that not going to result in a few people becoming billionaires? How is somebody not going to launch some native Nike-esque brand in game that like is in insane demand that does, millions of dollars a year in annual revenue? How the fuck, you know what I mean? Like if a new casino, what if the online crypto casino meta becomes like building locally in a platform like that, and like Stake's next biggest competitor, buys the biggest fucking skyscraper in Aiden Ross's server and makes it a casino, and they're having like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like I don't think it's that crazy of a thought, to be honest with you. And I don't know.
That'd be sick as fuck. Well, we need to be the billionaires then.
Especially 100%. Well, that's the fucking plan. Especially if you're able to invest in like the local native currency too. Like if you can buy, I don't know if I don't know what it'll look like, but I don't think it's that crazy of a thought. I think whenever like the de facto like metaverse is established that everybody shares, and it's the size of Facebook, it's the size of Instagram, it's just, I don't know what ultimately is Instagram. What do people use Instagram for? To signal socially to their communities and their friends what their life looks like, their real life, right? And we know, because we're so close to the internet and social media, that that's not the case at all. Everybody's persona on the internet, you're a completely different person on the internet, right? It's very rare that someone's fucking Instagram profile reflects one-to-one their actual life. It's not the case at all. People have bad days. I mean, there's a ton of fucking girls out there that don't look anything like their Instagram photos, right? So it's like,
not at all, bro. Yeah,
I don't know. And like that's why I'm so bullish on like NFTs and like online collectibles, digital IP. It's just, it makes too much sense, bro. There are people out there and products and brands that are rooted in just what they do for someone's social status, and the only use for their product is to signal socially to other people. This exponentially grows the opportunity to do that, right? What I mean by that is like, I'm wearing a Patek on my wrist right now. Obviously, I'm on stream right now, so it's a little bit of a different story. But in my day-to-day normal life, I put this on, I walk down the street, maybe fucking 10 people see it and recognize what it is. You know what I'm saying? In a metaverse where your profile's clickable by billions of people instantly, somebody can just type in, GTA 6/FaZe Banks and like see what I own, see what my skin looks like, see what my house in game looks like, see how much money I have. What is that worth? I don't know.
It's interesting. No,
like if Instagram had a fucking check mark, the blue check mark, people pay for that shit.
Yeah.
People pay a lot of money for that. They pay a lot of money for like @ handles. They spend a fuck ton of money LARPing lifestyles in their pictures, right? Jets and fucking a different car every day. 99% of the time, this is a lifestyle that's rented and it's for Instagram. It's the signal, you know. What if there was a check mark that was reserved just for billionaires on IG, a gold check mark? What would that be worth? What would someone pay for that to pretend and LARP as a billionaire?
I don't know. Definitely 5 figures.
At least 6 figures.
Definitely 5 figures. Yeah,
maybe 7. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's. I don't know. You saw this fucking $40 million Ferrari sale, electric car. It's the highest sold electric car.
It's just so fucking ugly, dog.
It's so bad. I'm so glad you said that, by the way. So many people, I don't know. A couple people that work on the show were talking about how they liked it.
That shit is ugly as fuck. Shit look like a Volvo.
It looks like a fucking Roomba. Those little things that clean your rooms, that clean the kitchen.
Fucking cleaning the highway, bro. Like,
seriously, literally though, it looks fucking retarded.
No, it does. It looks awful.
The rims look like plastic.
It looks slow, bro. Like it looks like a fucking toy. I don't fucking know. Play it.
At $1 million, 2.5 million, 3 million, 3 million, 4 million, 4 million, 5 million, 5 million. Here with RJ. 5 million. 10 million.
There's no fucking way, bro.
Just wait, bro.
10 million.
Like, why'd it even go so fast from 5 to 10? What's going on?
10 million. Sorry? 15 million.
What?
15 million.
No, there's no way. These people aren't real.
16 million.
For charity. It's for charity too, by the way.
16 million.
Makes it make more sense, but it's still ridiculous.
20 million. $20 million. 21 million. More than the SP3 yesterday, ladies. 25 million. 26 million. The future.
That shit's so fire though to just be like bidding 25 mil on a car just because, like just because you can.
$32 million.
Like just because, just fuck it. Right?
32 million.
That's hard.
$35 million. $35 million.
Nigga losing energy, he getting concerned.
$36
like, God
million.
Damn. He like, what the fuck?
$40 million.
40 M's, bro. 40
Going for the
M's.
third and final time. Here, only could be done at RM Sotheby's. The car is sold.
Damn.
Ugly ass car. 40 M's, bro. Let me hold some. That's fucking crazy.
Who did that shit? Can we look it up? Who the fuck did that shit?
I got it. This fucking guy. What a sicko.
He looks like a sicko.
Bro.
He looks like a sicko.
Think about what this guy's sex life must look like. Spending 40 M's on a fucking bullshit
Yeah, he's
Ferrari.
Doing all types of shit, bro. He's doing everything. He's doing anything and everything with everybody.
Duct tapes and butt plugs and
he fucking animals, bro. He doing all types of shit, bro. No, like it's all happening in his house. He got like mad rooms and shit. He probably got like a labyrinth in his basement.
100%. 100%. That car's butt ass ugly. You know what this is? You know what this car is? It's the AP swatches of cars. Is this fucking car? It's some bullshit LARP like supercar. It just looks like ass. Why does every electric car look so beta?
I don't know. It's a thing. It's definitely a thing.
It's so weird. It doesn't make sense because Democrats hate Tesla. I don't know why that's a thing and why that's where it went in my head, but I don't know. My brain
be beta because Democrats hate them.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, who are you marketing this to?
I don't know, bro.
Is VVV the sleeper AI infrastructure play on chain?
Bro, VVV is a sleeper like consumer app play on chain. I think VVV is one of the sleeper plays in crypto. They're like 4 million users right now. I think they just hit like 100 million annualized revenue. But VVV is one of the applications that has found breakout success and consumer success, which is extremely hard to do with a domain of customers that aren't even really crypto native customers, which is awesome. And I think the narrative for them as like uncensored AI is just great generally going forward. I think for the same reason that Bitcoin made a ton of sense, like uncensored money that nobody can get access to, you can store however you want. The same way that you should have like uncensored access to AI, especially if AI is going to continue to get a lot more impressive over the years. You're not going to want to be dependent on these like centralized companies. That
talked about it on the first show around here, around $8. It's at $14 now. You think it's still a trade?
I think it's a great trade. I mean, it's consolidated for the past few months. Like it was a really strong leader this year. It went from $1 to $20. We first mentioned it around $8, and it's kind of been consolidating for the past few months. And now it's starting, I think, to trend up again. They just had their recent round, which they did at $1 billion valuation, but their numbers are fucking through the roof. They're crushing it. And I think it's rare that a crypto app is crushing it outside of crypto and also has a token attached to it. And the team is focused on delivering value to the token as well. So yeah, I like Venice a lot. There's not really much that they're competing with, I would say, in like the AI space right now in crypto. So yeah, it's definitely a good spot. Good shout.
Cool. What else do I have here? Should we be worried about robots taking our jobs? Like, is that a real concern? Should we actually be worried about this?
I think it's just too far. I don't think it's as close as people are saying it is, bro. Like I see some of these videos of robots and I'm like, bro, they're not taking our job right now.
I just feel like AI, like the intelligence side of this is going to outpace like the physical robots. Like for physical robots to go out and replace construction workers and mailmen and fucking, fast food window attendees, whatever. Like, I just feel like AI is going to solve for this and figure out, like, I don't know. It's just going to figure it out. Just going to figure out how humans don't need to work jobs like that, which I think is a net positive. Obviously it's a, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think that with the displacement of some like menial labor jobs, we're going to see some new jobs pop up, and hopefully they're as fulfilling or more fulfilling for people. So I think that's definitely something that I can see a thesis forming around. But yeah, I don't know. We're like so new in the robotics stuff. I'm curious what industries are going to take first. It seems like to me the robots that are specialized at certain individual tasks, like the assembly line stuff, that's what's going to get replaced first. I think the human robots are kind of going to lag behind a bit. That's my thesis.
Somebody said AGI itself will advance robotics pretty fast. It's going to advance every market really fast. But that's kind of my point where I'm like, I just feel like it'll solve for, we're not going to be as worried. Like people shouldn't want to work these jobs. If you do, cool. I mean, if you enjoy, building houses and fucking beating the shit out of your body every day, cool. But if you can, fish with your family every day rather than do that, like, I don't know. I feel like people shouldn't be as worried about it. Shit's curing cancer, right? Like, I'm sure it's gonna, figure out some of the issues that are lingering around humanity, like fucking inflation and other things like that. Riff, for a second, I got to take another piss, and we have Orangie coming on in 10 minutes, I think, right?
10 minutes. Orangie.
Talk to chat.
What's good, chat? How we doing? How we living? What's good, Kick? What is popping? Are we making money this week? I feel like we got to be making money this week, right? We have to. We have to. Yo, what's good, Hunzo? What's good, Madule? I don't know how to say your name. Amadule? Axiom Call, what's good? Doobie CH, what's good? Watchful Web 3, what's good? Solely, what the fuck, what's good? ZSaw 1, what's good? Finesse Farting, what's good? Junior 805, what's good? 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 It
has water in it, but I'm not sure.
Somebody said literally jerking off to my Ansem bag. Yeah, you don't need to do that. I mean, like, you don't have to do that. Like, you don't have to. It's like, it's not necessary that you do that. But I mean, great. I mean, I'm glad you're happy. I mean, whatever makes you happy, man. Whatever makes you happy. What's good, Zigo Birds? Yes, bro. Football is finally fucking back. Finally, bro. We fucking first game of the season, September 13th. I think we play the fucking Commanders. It's a home game. Probably gonna pull up to it, to be honest. But yeah, I'm excited. This is my favorite time of the year, bro. Fuck summer. I like football season. Fuck summer. Oh, no. What phone do I use? Why are you asking me that? Stop trying to hack me, bro. I have enough. I have enough of these people. Shout out coin so it at the 100x's, bro. Ansem is up 1,000x. What else do you want from me? What else do you want from me? Thoughts on bag working? I think bag working is how crypto has gotten a lot of its value in its since its origin, bro. Like the Bitcoin bag workers were the greatest bag workers of all time. You know how crazy it is to mine a coin on your computer that nobody has even put a value on and just fucking run that shit from 0 to 100K. Bitcoin bag workers were the greatest bag workers of all time. I want recommendations on buying a Google Pixel. Do not buy a Google Pixel. That phone fucking sucks. I had one before. It's awful. Do not buy a Google Pixel. Thoughts on Stock.fun? I think Stock.fun is cool. I think the stock pairs with memes is interesting, especially because the RWA narrative is so new and popular in crypto. I think innovation around there makes sense. It's also part of the reason I like stockbrokers so much. Yeah, Stock.fun is cool. And they have Ansem pairs, which is cool. Bro, why do you guys spam the chat like I can't read? I don't understand why you do this. Why? What's the best? iPhone is the best. When does BTC be stable? I feel like BTC is pretty stable. Ansem to the moon. I agree. Have I? What the fuck? Can we get Art School Reject on? We can get Art School Reject on. If she wants to come on. She's cool.
We have Orangie in the green room. We could just bring him in, honestly.
Orangie!
Yo, can you hear me? Oh,
Yo!
Shit.
Holy skinny.
Good, brother. How are you?
Holy
Good.
looks maxing. You're handsome as fuck.
Stop it.
You look good.
Thank you.
You do look good, man.
Thank
You
you.
do.
What's
I
up,
like
boys?
that blue. I like that blue mic also. Brother, what's up? I mean,
Market's up.
everything's
Yes,
up.
it is.
The market's up.
Everything's up.
Sir.
How you living, brother?
I'm doing good, dude. I gotta give my my props to Ansem real quick. I think this is actually the first time we're meeting, but you're a very key pivotal part of like what got me into the trenches. And I remember like living in a house with my boys, and like whenever you would tweet something, it'd be like, "Holy fucking shit!"
Wait a
Let's
second.
go.
Wait.
For real? That ass.
This is the first time you guys are meeting each other.
I think it's the first time we talked. Yeah.
What the fuck? This is like some like Marvel Cinematic Universe, like Spider-Man meeting the Hulk type shit. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time with both of you guys in front of cameras. Orangie, the last time you and I were on a stream together, it was the fucking Pico top. Like it's just getting started.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Now actually it's just getting started. What do you think about the market right now, bro? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't think I was ever wrong, right? Like my timing was a little wrong, but like fundamentally, like you know,
Bro,
I still
it's
feel the
18
same way.
months.
Just extend the time frame a little bit. No, it's facts. If you just extend the time frame a little bit, crypto are just getting started. I agree with that. I think that's a good take. I agree with that. That's
You
true.
weren't wrong. You were just 18 months early. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
bro, it's fine, dude. Like 18 months to like anyone who paid attention to me then and like use these 18 months to like learn about it, they're fine now. So it's all good.
Talk your shit, baby.
Facts, bro. And now they're ready to crush.
Yeah, hopefully, right?
Who would you guys be as far as superheroes? Who would we all be? Let's play this game. That's funny. Z would for sure have to be like Captain America. Like you're just like the guy, right? Like you're like, who would we be?
Damn. I've never
You're Tony, bro. You're Tony. You're like fucking
Tony
you're
Stark?
Peter. Yeah.
Dang, I like Tony Stark. I like Tony Stark. That's fucking lit. Fucking Giga Brain, and he builds hella cool shit. Yeah, I'll fuck with Tony Stark. I like Tony Stark.
I'll be War Machine. I'll be the other one that's like way less cool, definitely less rich. But he's got the suit on too. Who are you, Orangie?
Dude, I'm like it's like me and Thor. We look pretty similar.
Someone said Orangie's Rocket.
I said Thor.
Rocket the raccoon, bro.
No,
Say
fuck
Thor,
no,
dude.
bro.
Me and Thor look pretty similar, you know.
I like
That's
that.
good.
Thor's
That's
strong.
good.
Thor's strong.
So it's an Orangie's Ned from Spider-Man. That's good. That's really good. Wow, I did not know you guys never met. You guys have never met in LA or at any sort of like, that's so crazy to me. That's crazy.
Actually, there was this one event in Dubai where, like, I mean, I was like a nobody back then, but I was like a really big fan. I tried saying hi to Ansem, but everyone was trying to, so it's like super corny. But yeah,
that's awesome though. That's sick. And you said you were directly inspired by Z to like start, like in some regard, start what you're doing.
Yeah. So like, I moved into it. Like, bro, I pretty much got started with meme coins. Obviously, like trenching like the CT like Twitter tracker type of plays, and like Ansem was like pretty much the guy who like ran that, dude. Like anything this guy would say would just be
and
like
real
a
quick,
runner.
just for chat, just so for anybody who isn't specifically like up to speed with who you are, familiar. Before that, you were a Fortnite amateur or pro?
Yeah, I mean, I was like a Fortnite content creator. I mean, I had like a
Fortnite
YouTube
ecosystem.
channel. I won some money playing and stuff. So.
And what year was that in?
From like 2017 to 2022.
So in 2022, you start to migrate over to on-chain trench meme coin trading.
Yeah, well, actually, before that, I won 500K playing dYdX. Remember, Mongrel won. I got like third place.
This is how you and I met, because I was farming that. I was fucking buying keys and stuff.
500K?
Yeah.
What is dYdX?
dYdX was a video game that the Bored Ape Yacht Club hosted, and I was like dominating the whole game, and then Mongrel came out of nowhere and won. But that was actually like, I remember Banks hitting me up, and I was with my girl, and I was like, holy shit, Banks just hit me up. And he wanted to like, this is like the conversation where the conversation started with like a potential FaZe Web3 thing. Like it never obviously happened, but like I remember I was so geeked. I was like, yo, babe, I'm going to join fucking FaZe for dYdX.
By the way, can we just talk about this? Can we talk about this? Obviously, it's like in hindsight now, it's so clear and obvious. There's clearly some sort of like correlation between playing Fortnite and like professional gaming, being good at gaming, and like trading crypto. And talking about being early, bro, I was buying keys on this shit, Z. You needed like dYdX, like Bored Ape keys. I was buying keys and hiring ex-Fortnite pros to play. This is before Orange even existed. This is before this was a thing, because it was a physical game. It was like a fucking little rocket ship game. I'm like, I know gamers. I can onboard gamers to this, and I felt like we would have some sort of edge there, which I did. I farmed that. I don't know how much money we ended up making. We made maybe 30, 40K farming that. But yeah, you made 500K. Mongrel made what? Over $1 million?
I think the key sold to Adam Weissman for like $1.3 million. He probably made like over $2 million doing the whole thing.
That's insane. And to this day, so you started 2022 with a nice, healthy, initial at 500K, winning that. What have you ran that up to? All your other stuff. I see the FOMO logo in the background. Obviously, you've become this like character. You've onboarded a bunch of people. I saw some stats somewhere that you have like over 10,000 sign-up codes on FOMO. Is that true?
Yeah. Dude, there's a fucking spider on the floor right now. What should I do real quick?
Brother, you're a grown-ass man. Maybe just fucking step on it.
Oh, not Cupsy! No!
Is that Cupsy? Is that Cupsy?
Yeah.
All right, I killed it. Shout out Cupsy.
Shout out Cupsy.
That's so gross. All right, anyways. Yeah, dude, I mean, like, how much did I run it up to?
Yeah, how much money have you made? Fuck. Just fucking say it, man.
Dude, I mean, I've made a few $1 million.
A few $1 million.
Why are we pocket watching? What is this?
Brother, that's what the fucking show's all about. People are interested. Like, you're a kid who came from Fortnite. You found yourself not only trading at a high level into great success, but you've also worked with a ton of brands and stuff. You've owned products. You've seeded, products early. I don't know. It's you're fucking, how old are you now?
I'm 23.
You're a fucking incredible example for these kids.
Yeah.
It's just like, and you guys don't act like you guys all don't measure each other's success and dick watch and like and rank each other based on P&Ls and shit. Like I know the fucking game. I know enough. I'm 40 years old, but I know it matters. They care.
Yeah.
Eight figures.
I made like my on-chain P&L is like $3 million, I think, like across like all my Bullish wallets and stuff. So I made that much from trading.
Yeah, plus Potion, plus FOMO, plus all that
fucking business shit too. Like, talk about. I guess I want to hear more about what Potion is. I believe you sold it, right? But I know, so you did really well with trading, obviously. before you were doing like the gaming stuff. But I think the combination of those two things, it's rare to see somebody also build a business around these things in this industry and do well with that. So you talk about, I guess, the trading side and then like the business side.
100%. Okay, look, so obviously, like my main thing's always been content. I've always known like that was like the king thing. Like, you know, I didn't focus on being a Fortnite pro and try to win $500 a week, like playing a cash cup, because like honestly, it's like really stressful and a lot went into it. But I knew content was king. Like, I mean, look at like it's been very, very obvious. You look at like the top Fortnite guys, like it's like Nick 830, it's Ninja, it's those guys who like made the most amount of money. It's clicks, right? It's not like you can't tell me who got first place FNCS like 5 FNCSs ago. Like it doesn't matter. So content's always been king. So like for me, it was like I really want to document my crypto journey, and so I started doing that the whole thing. Like I grew the biggest meme coin YouTube channel in crypto. It has like 200,000 subscribers, and I've been documenting my meme coin trading journey since February of 2024. So it's been over 2.5 years now. And with all this content, right, like I had this whole influx of people who were interested in learning how to do this stuff, but I obviously wasn't like qualified enough to do this. And I was paying like 3-4K a month for the different tools that I was using, like CT trackers and stuff. And I actually wanted to just like monetize a group enough to like pay for the tools themselves. I was like, why would I pay 3 to 4K a month if I can just like funnel people into like this Discord, and then like we can all just like split the cost of the tool, and I would charge like whatever $50 a month I think it started at. Obviously, I mean, it grew super fucking quick, and a lot of traders were actually really mad that I like put these tools out in the spotlight. Like I remember Profit texted me, he's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, don't do that shit. And I respected Profit a lot as a trader. I mean, I still do, that's my boy. But I was like, holy shit, like, should I actually like see this through? And I'm glad I did, obviously, because it like grew into like one of the biggest crypto alpha groups, I guess.
Yeah, this has kind of been you and I's like point of like shared interest. There's been this like content attention thing. Obviously, my history and career is all rooted in that. I have fucking 15 years of experience doing that. And crypto, for whatever reason, sparked my interest. I really jumped headfirst in during NFTs, etc. But yeah, I've always felt like this market is super underdeveloped. All the content attached to it, super underwhelming, really, really difficult to navigate and kind of sift through. There haven't historically been any really good filters. So that's kind of where my interest in you has always been too, is that content thing. You want to just talk more about how like that interest in content and establishing this platform has led to like these crazy lucrative opportunities, and what those look like, how much more money you've made in the content and byproducts of the content than you have on chain? Because a $3 million P&L is fucking incredible. It's super impressive. It's life changing. But
scale
sure
so much better if it's documented. That's the thing people don't realize. Like I think what a lot of people don't think through is like you can make millions of dollars of trading, but if you do that publicly and document it in a way that's understandable and digestible for people, you can make 2, 3x, 5x that from like the content and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, you're like setting yourself up and documenting you becoming like a brand authority. Like, dude, content is the best trade you can take like at any point in the cycle. Like literally there's no competition in this space. Crypto is for some reason is seen as such a bad industry that like there is no one here to compete with you on content. Like you could literally press record today, make a video, and probably go viral tomorrow. Like we kind of saw it like with like Rushmore, right? Like Rushmore just started making like these like little like shitty but funny little skits, you know, and like he blew up off of it, right? And obviously now he's become like this more produced like good content creator. But like dude, the people here in crypto, there's obviously not a lot of content to be made, and it's been very obvious that there's a lot of money to be made. Like for more context, like I was putting in a couple 100,000 views on YouTube, and I mean I posted this publicly on WAP on their YouTube channel. Like Potion at one point was making like close to $2 million a month. So
insane.
Like you can really like leverage.
How many people did you have in Potion?
We had like 120,000 free members. I don't remember like what the peak paid members was.
Oh wow, damn, that's a fucking lot, bro. That's
actually
a month.
It's actually not that much, bro. Like I did a really bad job because I didn't know what I was doing. Like I just started another Discord that's like a free thing. I'm not looking to monetize it like that. But there's already like almost 40,000 people in there, and it's been like a month and a half. I acquired the Discord username Meme Coins, and so it's been getting like a ton of organic traffic. Yeah.
And is that traffic and are they funneling in as Orangie fans, or just like are you noticing people kind of flowing in who don't even know who you are yet?
Yeah, both. I mean, there's definitely like 90% Orangie fans, but like the fact of like the 10% being like what 4,000 people almost that have no idea who I am. They just know about meme coins and they see Discord meme coins group. Like it's a crazy way to like introduce these users.
Spoke about how poor crypto's brand is, narratives, connotation around crypto. What do you think the solve is? Because I totally agree. Like almost to the point where I don't even really like saying the word. I think the word carries like such baggage, and it's. We talked about this yesterday on Call Z, but like there are really only a couple industries with a worse rep and brand than crypto, and like it's like the corn industry and the casino gambling industry, and it's like I don't even think like alcohol and drugs has as bad of a brand and sounds as bad in people's ears as crypto does. First of all, why do you think that is? And second of all, what's the solution? Because it's not good for anybody, obviously. And there has to be some way to fix it, right?
I don't know the why, to be honest, because like it's had a bad rep like even before I like kind of got introduced into it. But the best marketing has always been like green candles. So as prices go higher, more people start to talk about it and wander about it, and like people making money make it seem like it's like legitimate, right? So
and even when shit's good, I feel like there's like this level of cope where it's like, well, the only people who are actually getting rich over there are fucking scammers and grifters and fucking horrible people, you know, like.
Yeah, but the higher everything goes, like the less and less of that is. Like if Bitcoin rips like 300K, it's like all over the fucking news. And you go to the gym, and I remember like Bitcoin hitting like 120 all-time high, whatever. And I was at Lifetime, and like it's on fucking TVs and just more of that.
I think Bitcoin has a relatively good brand. I think
Bitcoin's clean. Bitcoin has a really
I think Bitcoin
brand.
is kind of broken off from crypto. I think crypto, the word carries all like the negative shit. I don't know. I just think maybe we need a new word. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's why I like this, like the whole trading thing. I'm just
trading is cool. Trading is
clean.
Yeah, I mean, traders are the new celebrities, right? So
I like that narrative. I've liked to lean into that a little bit. Kimchi, that's something that obviously we've seen kind of blow up, and he's been on a fucking rocket ship, man. Everything that kid's doing is going viral. I saw you farming the Gunna thing. I farmed it too off a burner, and like the internet went fucking crazy for it. But you knew him kind of before all this. So
yeah, that was like my best friend in like my OG trenching friend group.
Oh, wow. That's
insane. So you knew him. Can you walk us through? So you knew him before he hit on Trump?
I mean, I knew him from like Fortnite days. Yeah. And then like,
he's also an ex Fortnite pro.
Yeah. Kimchi was actually really good at Fortnite.
Dude. It's insane. So crazy. Can you walk us through?
Yeah. I used to trade with this group called Honor. Like these were like my OG Fortnite friends, like Frosty J's and all these guys. And then like, I got introduced to Cupsy because my friend Wiley told me like, yo, you have to invite this guy into like your trenching group chat. He's like super cracked, and like Cupsy had like a mil P&L on his like trenching wallet. And I was like, all right, sure. And so I got introduced to Cupsy. Cupsy invited me to like his VC, super OG. And there was like Kimchi, Kenzo, Dev, and like the OG of what became like the group called Pioneer. And that's where I met Kimchi. And then we obviously became friends, went on many trips and stuff together. And then obviously we like recorded that video before any crazy trade things happened. But yeah.
So you met him before or after the Trump stuff?
Before.
Can you walk us through like that trade? Where were you? And then when did you realize that Kimchi had hit that size trade? I'm just curious your perspective, because you're friends with him beforehand. Obviously, millions and millions and millions of people are being educated on who Kimchi is, his lore. People, obviously, a lot of things have been being assumed, etc. But you knew him before all this, so just from your POV, like.
Yeah, I mean, I knew Kimchi before like the Trump coin dropped, and Kimchi had already made millions of dollars on chain. I wasn't like with him when the Trump coin happened, so like I don't know. But like, dude, this guy was already like a super paid trader.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
I think it's pretty cool how like the group spawned in the trenches. I think that's one of the coolest things that happened last cycle. It was like the same way you had your core group of friends that you would play games with online and do all the back and forth PvP shit with. like trading. I think it was rare this last cycle for that to happen. People were like, oh, this trench game, we can play together and play against other people and make a lot of money doing it. And I think like the popularization of that is going to be really cool to see going forward. It's kind of like they call it the trenches being like in the arena. It's very PvP, but I think like it's very skill based, and that's why you see so much interest from like young men in this industry, is because that's why. It's like same reason we like to play video games, same reason we like to play sports. Trading is like that exact same thing, where it's super competitive, but you can get better at it the more time you spend on it, and you can do it with your friends. So it's like a camaraderie aspect to it. I think
it's something I've definitely gathered over the last several years is it's obviously plus EV to be a part of a group. Like all of the most successful traders I know are inside some sort of group and consistently communicate their thoughts, ideas, thesis, trades with another group of people who also have really high P&Ls and are sharp kids as well. So is trading a team game, Orangie?
100%, bro. What you need comms, dude. Like at my like peak of trading, like I would have like 20 different Discord groups open. But like really having that like key niche group of like your friends who are like doing infinite DD or like deoring coins, you know, like that's such an edge. And like, bro, it's like the same people. Like 2 years ago, I was like a really big fan of like all these like grand finance traders, like QWERTY and Profit, whatever. And then obviously like the not to like show, but like FOMO released like the clans feature, and like now they're the #1 clan in P&L. So it's like these traders have like still been around like cooking while like people thought that like, you know, all these guys like retired.
Sick, bro. Sick as fuck. I had back in the day the like Manlets Telegram, and it had like I dropped it right as like Solana was breaking out. I was like, yo, we need a place for everybody to fucking congregate and talk in. And the Telegram had like 20,000 people in it, I remember, in like late 2023. But actually, I've never really been that much of a group-oriented trader. I've done a lot of my stuff like individually, actually.
Ansem, you hit like, you became pretty famous for like hitting on like WIF, right? Like that was your thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think WIF was the biggest one because I was super bullish on Solana, and then Solana started moving. I hit Bonk, and Bonk went from like 30 million to a few billion. And then WIF was the one after that, and WIF was sitting basically at 0 when we found it in like the Telegram chat. But I was like the one who was super loud about it on socials.
Were you holding this on a public wallet?
No, it wasn't public.
Okay.
No, it wasn't a public wallet.
So you just started like what market cap was it at when you started bull posting it?
Hard, probably around like 5 mil, I think, on the timeline.
And then it went to like 5 bill, and like like it was just like aura for you.
Yeah, it went to 5 bill that cycle, and people were like, who the fuck is this dude? Like, how the fuck did that even happen? But it happened at the same time that I'd also called like Solana and Coinbase, like basically bottom to top. And so I had like the core thesis around like actual fundamental coins and companies, and then it was like also the meme shit on top of it. So I feel like the traders who have been following me for a while respected my calls in that way. And 2021 cycle was when I first started blowing up. 2021 cycle was when I first hit 100K followers, and that was because I had a trading journal where I was like writing all my Perps trades on my on-chain trades, and I did well that cycle. And then Kobe asked me to come on Up Only, and when Kobe asked me to come on Up Only, that's when my account like went crazy, because everybody was like, who the fuck is this dude? And then 2023, I was like, I already had some followers, and then I was super loud on Solana again and hit it like back-to-back cycles. And so that was kind of like my compound.
I don't know if like this is public, but like how much did you realize on WIF?
It's not public.
Dude, the reason I ask is only because like I'm super bullish on like some particular coins. I'm just curious about how it plays, like being vocal about something, but also like eventually like looking to take profit on it.
Yeah, it's really hard to do, to be honest. Like it's really hard to do because if you're like the main face or something and you're talking about it nonstop, it's hard to be de-risking as stuff is going up. Like it's near impossible. I think you just kind of have to be transparent with people. If it is something that you have a position in and you're going to be selling, you're like, I'm just going to be de-risking on the way up. And you don't like try and hit certain levels where you're going to just like slam the fucking chart all at once. You kind of just like over time scale out. And you're obviously not going to scale all the way out. Like when you talk about something so much, you're always going to have like a position in it. Like I don't think it would be weird for you not to. So you're not going to like full clip the whole bag.
Have you guys ever had anybody manage positions for you?
No,
Never.
never.
So obviously we all know kind of what happened with me and MLG and how my face and like entire brand got wrapped up into that. I kind of became like the mascot and the face of it. It went on some fucking crazy historic run from 3 million to 250. I was very, very vocal about like taking profits at 100 mil, but I was so actively like in it that I just, rather than starting to sell at 100 mil, I was just top blasting because I was just like the dopamine of being involved in that level. It made it really impossible for me to sell. So when Trump and Melania happened, the Aiden Ross stream, obviously Orangie happened, spiraled out of control, basically it crashes to zero. And I wound up losing money on that trade, which obviously makes no fucking sense. But it does make sense in the context of what we're talking about. Why I asked you guys if you've ever had anybody else manage a position. So Orange, you remember Cross, right? You met Cross. We lived with them, me, Malcolm, Thread, etc. I think you're muted, maybe potentially, but we lived with this. No, you're not. You're good. Cross was like super bullish on MOG right before shit really fucking went crazy. Whatever year that was. I think it was the end of 2020. Was it the end of 2023?
2024, maybe. I don't know.
When did Bohm happen?
MOG was definitely 2024. It was beginning. It was like early 2024 though.
Early 2024. Okay, so around that time, he was super bullish on MOG. This is before shit started to kind of heat up again. And he sold me on it. He pilled me on it. And I just sent him USD. I'm like, throw me in with your position and however you sell it, sell it. I think MOG was one of the best ran brands ever in crypto. I loved the way it was branded. I loved the way the community moved. I loved the little cat pointing, laughing cat, whatever. And I got super involved in that. And I participated in that level, kind of front facing, but Cross managed that whole position and was de-risking all the way up. And we realized a bunch of profit there. I think I made close to 7 figures on MOG. I put like 100K into it or something, maybe 50 to 100K. And it was wound up being a great trade, but I don't know. Just something to, just my own experience. The only thing I've ever made any sort of money on in terms of like these like culture coins that like, you know, I've ever been vocal about. Everything else has been a loss. Everything else has been for the culture, and it's never made any sense.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I actually spoke to someone who made like 7 figures today on MOG as well, because he's a whale in this token that like I like. And I was asking him for advice on like how I can actually like make a shit ton of money on a meme coin. Because I've never made a lot on one meme coin. And like I want to do that so bad. It's like so much social proof. Like this Kimchi narrative. Like imagine I had like the same narrative, but like actually like on public wallets like shown. Like I want to hit one of those so fucking bad, you know? Like Cordy making a mil on New Lie or whatever. You know?
Yeah, like, bro, it's fucking crazy. Bro,
I was talking to him 10 hours before he hit that trade. I was in a big call with him, Rowdy, fucking Cupsy, just listening to all these guys talk. And then the next day I'm like, wow, these guys are fucking for real.
Correct.
Yeah, no, like I want to do something like that, like really, really bad. Cause like I know how to take advantage of it with the content, bro. If I hit like a multi 7 fig P&L, like you're just gonna see Orangie for the rest of your life ever. Like,
I love that.
That's so fucking funny.
What do you think it is, by the way, just to kind of bring it back, what do you think it is about Fortnite that like correlates to trading? Like what part of being good at Fortnite transfers over?
I think like end game. So like trying to win a game and the things that are out of your control. So for example, in a Fortnite game, there's like a storm and you know, zone can pull in different directions, meaning you have to like micro adjust.
Wow, this is good.
You have to like micro adjust what your next step is in order to like still try to win the game. And this correlates directly to meme coins because like, you know, there's so many things out of your control, like a zone pulling that could happen when you're in a trade. And you have to like learn how to adjust really quickly to whatever that next step is, which is why we see all these Fortnite guys become like primarily like these new pair trenchers and like completely dominate that rather than like these guys who hit like these really nutty P&Ls on stuff. Though some do both, obviously.
Who's Clux? Chat saying Clux.
Yeah, Clux is probably nuts. Like the best tweet player, probably one of the best.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you see Sharo's tweet play? So, yeah, he hit like a pretty crazy one on some tweet the other day. Got a 4K market cap entry. The coin went to like 5 mil, and by 300K he was already out, and we realized like 1,000 sold in profit.
So you're saying tweet play? What is a tweet play?
Yeah, this is like the way that I came up in trading and like what I used to like push really,
so
really
you're
heavily.
Fishing for these like insane P&Ls. Rasmer mentioned something along these lines where he's like, if I'm looking at a potential trade and I think the outcome is 50-50, normally for the average person, that wouldn't be EV plus EV. But in his case, since he's doing it in public and he's winning in public, it is plus EV. This adds like a layer to it. Is that kind of along the lines? It's like hitting 1000x as Orangie almost is worth you spending money on and losing money to do.
I mean, this is why I'm top lasting every single coin. I mean, this is unrelated to the tweet plays, by the way. That's something else. But yes, like currently I'm looking for like this nuts play to hit in public. I've literally been blasting like minimum $15,000 into like 1 mil market cap coins. Like, what am I doing? I was going to like absolutely touch some of them, but it's fine. I hit for like 40K the other day. And
I can feel that it is coming. Like I can feel very, very, very soon that a play like that is coming. And the only reason
I'm like almost $200,000 deep into a coin right now, and I think it might happen on that. So I don't want to like show a coin on here, but yeah.
It's the tongue one, right? You're fucking I've been seeing you not. If you follow Orangie, you're down a lot on it, right?
Yes, I am, but I don't care. I keep buying because it's genuinely the best meme of all time. Dude, it's
oh, you're pilled. You're so pilled. Look at him. He's so pilled.
So pilled. Dude, I think like people aren't understanding that like what's disrupted our generation. It's like AI. AI has completely changed the way that we're ever going to do anything ever again. And like Triple T is the fucking meme of AI. Like he's the mascot of brain rot, bro. These little kids that grow up, like the fucking it's TTT, tung 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 is like embedded into their fucking head.
What is the lore, by the way? Because I'm fucking 40 years old and I'd rather kill myself than fucking than
know
go
what
find
the
out.
fuck that means.
Dude, he's just like some like brain rot character that was like AI generated by accident. And yeah, man, it just makes it really sad because he never asked to be AI. You know, like.
This meme shit.
That's enough. We can move on.
He never asked to be AI. He never asked to be AI, bro. He wanted to be a real cartoon. He wanted to be real.
Is he
I don't know. That nigga's ugly as fuck, bro.
No, he's not, dude. You guys actually kind of look alike, dude. You and Tung look the same, bro.
What is he, bro? What is he?
He's a Batman.
Bro, he looks like Brown Gumby. He looks like beef jerky, bro. Right, he does,
Brown Gumby is
he looks like Brown Gumby. I swear to God, bro. Every time I see this motherfucker, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, who came up with this? AI had to come up with this because no real person would draw this, like literally.
Yeah, that's like one coin, one trade I've taken. I hit Hyperliquid pretty good. I was pretty happy about that. Unironically though, like I hit the same thing as Rasmer. Like I actually ended up selling a chunk of my hype literally 2 days ago, which is like so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. Super unlucky.
What do you think about Robinhood? Do you like the Robinhood trenches? What do you think? What are the groups saying?
Dude, so Kahlua was shilling me Robinhood Cash Cat at like 20K market cap, and I was so lazy to bridge. Yeah, I was so lazy to bridge over because it was like really complicated and shit. I guess I was just lazy. I don't know. What do I think? I think that Solana is still better. I don't know.
I agree.
At the end of the day, like we all kind of like return to home, right? Like we're chasing BNB in like hopes of a Binance listing or like someone talking about it, but like where memes happen organically, it's just Solana right now, you know?
How do you think that is? It's just native. It's like
it's just like the super cycle kind of started on it. Obviously, Pump.fun as well. Like Pump is Solana, and Pump is like the home of like where meme coins are created. So.
I like Robinhood, bro. I don't know. I like Robinhood. I'm obviously super bullish on. I think I'm like maybe the most bullish Sol person on the internet the past few years. But I think Robinhood is something that is not going to go away. And I really like how Vlad and them have been very like publicly supportive of all the activity on their chain, whether it's like meme stuff or RWA stuff. And they're also like quick with the listings. Like Cash Cat getting listed that fast is fucking crazy to me. And it kind of like shows that if there's more stuff that pops up, they're going to be supportive of that too. So I definitely think Robinhood is a sleeper for this cycle. I definitely think they're a sleeper, especially because people are kind of like defaulted to Sol right now. I think that's why like people, like you said, somebody was telling you about Cash Cat at 20K, but you're like, I don't want to bridge to fucking this new Robinhood thing. I think there's still like that friction that exists. But if they figure out a way for like the Robinhood app users to be more active on the Robinhood chain in a way that Coinbase was not able to do, then I think it gets super, super interesting over there for them because Coinbase couldn't do it. They had like 100 million in their main app and they could not get people active on Base. But if Robinhood can do that, they have like the same amount of user base and they're also degens. And the Robinhood people made a fuck ton of money on Dogecoin.
Yeah.
Like people forget how much money retail made on Dogecoin on Robinhood in 2020 and 2021. So I think that's why it definitely makes sense to pay attention over there.
And some side question, what made you want to like double down and like get behind a coin?
This cycle, like this one?
Ansem, like actual
Ansem?
Yeah.
Ansem coin. Yeah, man. I mean, I knew this cycle, we were close to a bottom, right? So I thought Solana was close to a bottom. I'm like, okay, if Solana's close to a bottom, I know what's going to happen on chain. There's going to be some memes that do really well. Let me figure out what these memes are. And so I started buying some of the memes on Sol, bought a few of them. I was kind of just feeling it out to see like what communities were responsive to stuff, like where the volume was at, how stuff was moving. And stuff started to move a little bit. But if you know how memes work on Solana, it's like right now, if you're buying anything over $1 million market cap, there's somebody who bundled it at fucking 10K or whatever. Like there's a lot of people who are in with super low entries. And they're looking to exit on whatever spike of volume they can get, like immediately. And I've talked about a lot of on-chain coins the past few years. And a lot of the things that people have gotten mad at me for is when I talk about these on-chain coins where somebody else had a fuck ton of the supply. I don't know who these people are. I talk about the coin. It goes up a little bit, but the people who have a fuck ton of the supply immediately start nuking it on the attention that I bring to the coin. And so this has happened with a lot of on-chain coins that I talk about, but I'm never the person in control of a lot of the supply. And so I was looking at Pump, I was looking at Solana, and people were telling me that, oh, this wallet is yours, you're supporting this coin, you're going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm like, bro, it's not, wallet's not mine. They're like, bro, yes, it is. Why are you lying? And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a Pump profile. This is my wallet because you can clearly see that I just made this profile and this is mine. And so people started directing coins to that wallet. And at the time, I was like, it would make a lot of sense for Pump to do their airdrop right now because if they do an airdrop, it's going to be a crazy stimulus for the trenches. And I think stuff is going to rip. So I'm like, I'm going to start giving out some of these creator fees that I'm making on this Pump wallet. It was like 500K at the time. I'm going to give it back to some people. And I posted the Pump wallet again. And when I posted the Pump.fun wallet again, the Ansem coin rips. And it was one of the ones that people sent me. I had 65% of the supply. And so I'm looking at it and I'm like, I think memes are going to do really well. I have 65% of this one. It's attached to my name, and it's a meme that I'm going to be able to talk about. I know I can't get nuked on because I have 65% of the supply. And it was sitting at like 5 to 8 mil. I'm looking at it. I'm thinking on it. And I'm like, it probably just makes sense for me to take this one and run with this one because I know something on-chain is going to need to spark activity and spark interest trading anyway. And this is something that I can just talk about nonstop, hard shield away, same way I hard shield all these other coins, but I don't have to worry about the risk of like somebody nuking it. And then I also have always had the thesis that just like creators attached to coins in general makes sense. Like every meme that went over 1 billion had somebody notable attached to it. You fucking Pepe, you had Degen Harambe. Doge, you had Elon. Bonk, you had the Bonk people. WIF, you had me. Like it's all the coins that did really well had some figure or group of figures that had a lot of influence online.
SPX and
was
Giga had
rallying.
Murad.
Yeah, SPX had Murad. Like you had people that were rallying around them. And so just generally meme coins attached to people or whatever leading them makes sense. But then it's like nobody's ever really gone fully into that where it's like you're a creator with influence, you're getting sponsorship deals, you're getting marketing deals from people. And then you also build around this group of people that you rally around this meme coin. And so my entire thesis was like, you have the meme that's going to do really well purely off attention alone. If Solana does well, bottoms here, and coins start going up, I know this meme is going to do well. Like it's high confidence that that's going to happen. But then also it's like, I can build a lot of things around this meme so it actually has long-standing value long-term. Because the issue with memes is like, once their attention peaks, if there's nothing following that, then they go down 95%. Every single meme, that's what happens, they go down 95%. But if you build like durable things around the meme that kind of like give people a reason to hold the coin longer, that's how you like raise the floor. Like the meme ceiling of attention is super high, but their floor is super low. But if you have a creator that's attached to these things, you can raise the floor. So that was like the general thesis. So why?
I have a general question for the both of you. Ansem, I'm really curious on your answer because obviously like you were such a pivotal part in so many trenches journeys. Dude, did you ever like trench, like what were you trading on? Like what do you buy and sell coins?
I'm not
on?
a trencher, bro.
You've never been on like Axiom Terminal, GMGN,
bro. I'm not a trencher at all. I'm not a trencher.
You've never even opened the website.
I mean, I have. I've used like Axiom. I've never used GMGM, but no, I've never been a trencher, bro. Like I was never the one scanning coins super low. I was the one who was like, okay, I'm gonna find the coins like after they're at like 1 mil, and they have like a community of people around them. That was my spot. Those are my spots.
Did you buy it on like Jupiter?
Yeah, just
that's
like
that's what I've always
bro.
That's what I've always done.
Just like,
yeah, bro. But I used BotBot early on days, like early on.
After NFTs, I
had
a bunch
was actually one of my was actually one of my good trades in 2023. Like, oh, this makes sense as like a terminal for people to use. But it was like people were using the other one. They weren't using Unibot. They were using what's the other one? It was another one. Fucking damn, I'm blanking on the name. But there was another bot. But yeah, dude, I was raw dogging.
That's crazy. Yeah. What do you think? Go ahead.
So I had a ton of Ethereum laying around after NFTs. I did stable up like a good considerable amount. Thank God. FTX happened. And honestly, the whole reason why I wanted to buy Solana at like $8-10, I didn't even know who Ansem was. I wasn't reading it. I didn't know anything about the technical aspect of Solana. I just had traded a couple NFTs on Sol, and it was so much quicker. It was so much faster. It just felt better. The reason why I think MW2 is the best Call of Duty of all time is because it just feels good. It just feels good to click the buttons. It feels good to move through the maps. It just feels good. Something about it felt better. It was cheaper. It was quicker. So I just wanted Solana. Like I just saw it like collapse to fucking $8. I'm like, this seems like a good enough spot to buy. So bought that there. I didn't even physically buy it. I made Cross do it. I'm like, hey, Cross, I want to buy a bunch of Sol. He did it for me. Cross bought Mog for me as well. Even just recently, Pump. Ansem's like pump. So I went over and I just swapped a bunch of USD to pump on Jupiter.
Yeah, which I think is a pretty good trade, to be honest.
Yeah, and then Hyperliquid too. I obviously it's a little bit more complicated to bridge over to Hype. So that's another one where I had Cross do it. I mean, I want to swap my entire fucking USD and Sol position into Hyperliquid 4 months ago.
Do you guys think that, like, speaking of Pump and like Pump and FOMO, do you guys think that like right now this is like the most amount of marketing that like crypto companies have been doing to like
absolutely. Yeah. I'm honestly excited to talk to Say after you. I'm seeing it all over the fucking place. TikTok with UGC, obviously Pump and FOMO are kind of going back and forth head to head.
I think it's like the greatest thing to ever happen, and I love.
It's really good.
Like, bro, I've only like been a day one supporter of like Alan on the team because obviously like, dude, without Pump, I probably wouldn't fucking be trading trenches. But like, dude, this like little thing they got going on is like so good.
It's so sick.
Pico.
It's very
so
good.
Sick.
It's very good.
It's great.
It's very good.
I think like Jack Duval like mentioned this like a few months ago. Like if Pump were to just throw like 100K of a clipping budget into like, content, like the trenches would grow. And like now that you have like these two like, and not just them two, like everyone's joining the race. Like I'm seeing TikTok edits from like Axiom. I'm seeing TikTok edits from like these random other terminals too. Like everyone's like seeing that like, okay, we have to like step outside the CT bubble and do like some real marketing. And like look what it's done to like the actual trenches.
Yeah,
everyone gets a bigger piece because the pie just keeps growing.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if you think that like, if you believe in the thesis that traders are going to be as popular as other celebrities and other like famous people because they're like good at content and they also can make a lot of money and they also can teach people how to make a lot of money, then like it makes a ton of sense for traders to be getting like contracts in a way. They're getting paid for trading on whatever the best platforms are. And that's kind of what's happening, like, I think right now. But FOMO's been crushing the marketing, and I think Pump is realizing that like they have a lot of fucking money to spend. They have $2 billion on their treasury, like their cash balance sheet. And so it's like they have a lot of money to spend on marketing too. And I think if we have these two companies and a lot of other companies in crypto spending and marketing in a way that's like palatable for people, it's obviously net positive for everybody.
If you were Pump, would you focus on the app? Because of like my thought process was like, dude, they're winning the launchpad game. Like I was really like interested to see like the pivot.
I think I think it makes sense because mobile is the stickiest place where you keep users, and if you already have users in the app where they can like use the launchpad, then it's like that's their whole reason for doing that. It does make sense.
Mobile is everything for sure.
Yeah.
I do see your point though, and like I have this reoccurring thought where I'm just like, I don't understand why all of these products are building the exact same app. Like I don't know, you just see like everyone just like trying to do the same thing. Launch pads and prediction markets and fucking perps trading. Now social trading. It's just like it feels like there's almost more apps and more products than like creators and like big traders, which is fucking really good for people like us, to be honest. But
whenever someone makes something unique, you know, like it fucking works. Like when FOMO started, that worked. When Polymarket started, that worked, right?
100%. It's just crazy from my POV. Again, I was extremely early in regards of like CTV. Like if you guys remember the vlog that I did, it was super low effort. It cost me no time, no effort to do that. It was very, very simple. And really what I aim to do with that is to kind of put in motion this like network of creators who are doing any sort of like meaningful content output in this market. The only person who really kind of like off the back of that ran with it was Thread Guy. He moved over from Spaces to streaming, and now he does that obviously every single day. Rasmer kind of floated around that and orbited around that for a while as well. But it's really interesting to me to start seeing not only like companies wake up, but people, right? Like you're seeing traders that have fucking 8-figure P&Ls like Rowdy, who are like full doxing and now trying to stream and doing shit like that. I think that's incredible. I'm super bullish on that. I'm super bullish on Rowdy specifically.
This is what I tell Cupsy every single day, dude. I'm like,
yeah, 100%. I mean, Cupsy like has the most to gain in a situation like that.
The Cupsy face reveal will be a bigger catalyst than Kimchi making whatever amount of money on Trump.
I agree.
Like, you think so? For real?
Brother, Cupsy is the guy. Like you, bro, you could be on some random fucking TikTok and people are just commenting like, one day when I grew up, I just
Cupsy's the only trader who has these like aura edits with just fucking. It's obviously not his face because he's not doxed. It's the fucking SpongeBob avatar. It's like retarded. It's insane.
Cupsy got motion like that, bro.
Do you guys know? Do you guys know the guy? I literally fucking
how
named
much?
this guy.
How much is Cupsy made on chain, Orangie? Do you know?
It's like
30. I think like on his public wallet, it's like 40. I think.
Yeah, like that's fucking insane,
That's
nuts, bro.
I'm
$40 million known.
How old is he?
He's probably made more, bro.
He's a young guy, dude. Young Fortnite kid, bro.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
22 years old. Bro,
22 years old has made $40 million trading on Solana.
I talked to him recently. I'm like, bro, what were you doing before this? He's like, oh, I was working at a gas station. I was like, really? I'm like, well, what made you quit? He's like, I don't know. I just didn't like it. And I just had this feeling like, oh, you had this feeling. Bro, quit working as a gas station attendant, put fucking like $1,000 on chain and ran the shit up to 40 mil.
40 M's, bro, at 22.
Sick.
That's
real
disgusting.
Sick shit.
Do you know how many stories are like this? So like Incentos was a janitor the fucking year before he made $10 million.
It's unreal.
Like Dev was fucking working at Lifetime and he hit a trade for like 100. He turned like $1,000
Brother,
to 150,000 bucks on the job.
I think the potential to really properly like platform this, point a camera at it, capture it, and distribute it. That is what's going to onboard people. That is what people are going to look at because it's clearly cool. The market. Look at Kimchi. Like Kimchi's the best example of like why this is like he's the proof that this will work. He's proof that like the one definitive cool thing to come out of crypto is traders, is trading culture. And even since the beginning of time, like you look at Kobe, like the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the #1 guy. Like, why did he?
What did he?
Why did he get motion? Why did he have motion in the first place? Z? Because he's a good trader, huh?
What did he do? What did he do? Like, what was his trade?
Kobe?
Yeah.
Oh, he
just made a fuck ton of money on chain in public.
He was cycle to cycle, like crushing it, bro. Like bottom to top, like. Boom, 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 boom. Like he was doing really well trading, and then he also built some shit too. He also.
This is my point. My point is people didn't gravitate toward him. He didn't create this brand for himself because he was funny, or because he was
he was a good trader.
Nasty.
Yeah.
The same is true for you, Z. Like doing it very publicly, like that's clearly where the sauce comes from, and the fact that like products, chains, people are starting to take note to that and give it its fair share of like the respect and the credit is like, I don't know. I think that's what's on the horizon. I think whoever does that the best is going to win the biggest. And I don't know. It's genuinely super interesting. Like even us talking about us all getting excited, like that's a fucking movie, bro. It's a movie. Incento's life is a movie. Right?
Janitor to 10 M's movie.
But the only access to like this information or following these stories is like tweets on a screen. It's so behind. It's like, it's insane.
Yeah.
No, I there needs to be some like high quality production of like these people's lives, man. Like there's so many crazy trader stories out there, bro. It's nuts. There's this guy actually who like who like started watching my videos, and he was like homeless, living in his car, like actually no troll, and he run up like 7 figures, like just trading meme coins. Pretty crazy.
Homeless to 7 figs, bro. Only in crypto, bro. Only on Solana.
Not only do I think it's more interesting and entertaining, it's obviously more like productive and more positive. Like you see so many people going viral for like all the wrong things. You see like Julian Newman and his sister doing this like crazy media tour, and it's all over the timeline because she dropped a fucking sex tape. It's like insane. Or like the Rakai brain rotted fucking streams and all this like nonsense. People go viral for like sitting on casinos and like gambling and hitting max wins and stuff. This is all like degrading and not good for like society. Something like this is a super positive thing. It's like, dude,
what do you guys think about the other side of this? Obviously, for like the very rare amount of winners that we're talking about, there's a lot of loss cases too. Like, do you think like it's cool to like showcase those too?
I mean, bro, I think it's similar to sports, bro. It's like if you play sports, they're gonna be winners and there are losers. There are people who like lose in sports, and there are people who win in sports, and people who make a fuck ton of money because they're the best at their field. I think finance is slightly different because there's like obviously a monetary aspect to it. Like the losers actually lose money, which I think is fair. But I think if you're honest with people, like this is a PvP game. It's not easy to beat this game, and you only should risk the amount of capital you're willing to lose in this game. Then I think it's fair. Like I think saying that trading is a way for you to leapfrog like wealth makes sense, and I think it's a fair thing to say. And even if there are losers in trading, you just got to be transparent and honest about it.
I'll say this, introducing yourself to trading culture and crypto, I think at this stage, it's still early enough for it to be worthwhile if you have a genuine interest in it. I think that's where it all starts and stops, right? Like Orangie, you have a big P&L, but at the same time, like a majority of your success comes directly from other shit. Your ability to build product and your ability to command attention and funnel it into that product and content, right? Like my point is like, in sports, like take somebody who's in the NBA. You have LeBron James who does that at the highest level of success and wins more than he loses. That's why he's successful. That's why he makes money in it. There are way more losers. There are way more people who don't amount to what he's done. But then at the same time, look at the entire ecosystem. There's people who like build the stadiums that they play in, the coaches, the people who own the fucking teams are way richer than the fucking than the players / traders, right? And that's the Alons and that's the fucking the FOMOs of the world. And I just think that like I don't know, there's so many opportunities here that are I mean, bro, the scope of trading.
Yeah. I mean, bro, this is why I want to hit a $10 million trade. I don't care about the $10 million. I care about what it can fucking bring. Yeah. Like, dude, that's fucking aura. Like with aura comes like literally, dude, the day my $10 P&L happens, boys, like your kids will see me on their fucking For You page. Like, it'll be a legend. It'll be a legend, bro. The legend of Kimchi? Nah, bro. The legend of Orangie.
Bro, what's your $10 mil trade gonna be this cycle, bro? You think it's the triple T shit?
I don't know. I don't have like enough size to like where it makes sense. 8 figs off a public trade. It'll probably be like
like, are you sized into majors? Do you think like majors are bottom too? I know you've made money on chain, but like, are you?
Yeah, I put in 500K into Hyperliquid at 23. Yeah. Obviously I'm up like over 2x on that. But like, the thing is like, I want to hit something crazy on like a really public wallet, something new and fresh. Like, I don't think making 5 mil on like a Hyperliquid trade is as cool as like making it on like this like fresh narrative that like can happen. I want to hit it on a meme coin because like that's what I am, right? I'm a meme coin trader.
You said earlier, you guys, Z, you said you feel like some giga opportunity, giga plays on the horizon around the corner. Obviously, like you kind of came up alongside WIF, which you guys said earlier, you know, climbed as high as $5 billion. Do you guys ever see a new fresh pair, new fresh meme coin ever running that high again?
Yeah.
Really?
Triple T. No, seriously though, like I think there's tons of opportunities like this. Like when Robinhood launched, like Kahlua genuinely got a fucking, you know, sub 20K entry on CashCat. He made like $2 million off of it, off a couple fucking bands. And there were many traders who like did the same thing. So like some sauce, I guess that's not really fucking alpha because like most people know, but like USDC is launching their chain ARC, right? Like I'm sure there's going to be some memes here that you can get in, and you know, like I don't know. It's like things like this will continue to happen over the cycles. And last cycle, I saw it directly because when Justin Sun was fucking ready to blast meme coins on Tron, he changed his PFP to Sun Wukong, and I made like 130K in like a fucking hour. And like, I want to hit some stuff like that. Look at FM Pump guy on fucking FOMO. The guy turned $100 into over $500,000 on this fucking Chinese fucking cow bull, whatever, new lie, whatever. Like, dude, the opportunity's there for the taking. So like, the first person
every day,
to do
it's
it,
all day. It's all
first
day.
person to
Bro,
do
we
it.
hit
and
Sorkin, we
document
hit
it.
Sorkin together on a phone call.
That was nuts. Yeah, I was at the dentist.
You helped me make like 100
100K.
bands.
Yeah, I was at the dentist that day. That was nuts.
Sorkin, I don't even remember what the fucking drop was, but you're like,
the narrative was that Ryan Sorkin went on YouTube and he said, "Yeah, we're gonna do like someone spoke about Sorkin coin, whatever." And I think I got in like 100K, so like a mil. I don't remember exactly.
What is Sorkin?
It's just some shit I watched Orangie do kind of live in person. Like he took this information because that's what you guys all do, right? You just trade information. You're just trading narratives.
Bro, it's just like on-chain fucking sleuthing, bro. Like that's how Kalua hit fucking this Robinhood trade, was like by figuring out how to bridge and like being super early to it. And you know, that's fundamentally what I love to do, bro. That's like what Frank does too. Like he just fucking sits in prosperity.
He's the best at it. That's why people don't understand. I fucking lived with this kid for a year. I saw it. I saw him in front of 4 screens, typing, copy, pasting, dragging, communicating. Like I watched it, and that's why it was so tough for me. It's always been so tough for me to watch people on the timeline like jump to crazy conclusions or just the cope or like I don't know, the hate farming, because it's like, bro, I've watched this kid do this shit. He's really, really just a genius.
I mean, I obviously like I obviously don't know Frank that well, but like, bro, I sit in the same alpha groups that like this guy's in, and obviously I'm sure he's done a lot more too, and like he's active all day, and like so many other guys too. Like these guys are actually like DDing, dude. Like I don't know.
If I know Frank, he's either at his desk in front of 4 monitors, or he's got a laptop on his chest laying in bed, or he's on his phone. Like he's glued to a screen.
So I mean, I went to Disney with Cupsy, and Cupsy was dead ass sitting crisscross applesauce down in here, fucking trading on Photon. Like I kid you not, we were in a fucking bus with like Lou Belmar, Luca Nets, and Cupsy's still on his phone. I think he made like 1,000 SOL on the bus on the way to TPT to fucking go buy AT Skelly.
That's so tough, bro.
Like, bro, we have all this shit documented, bro. If like I ever get the fucking green light to like post, bro, it's just gonna be aura.
Epic. We have Say Young in the green room. Orangie, I want to let you rap and kind of just talk to chat and rap while I go take a piss. So just talk to chat and let them know where to find you, what you're working on.
Good.
Anything you want to talk about.
Appreciate you guys for tuning into MarketBubble. My name is Orangie. I'm a content creator. I used to play professional Fortnite. I got introduced into crypto, made a lot of money, meme coins, and content's fundamentally been like the most important thing that's like really changed my career, my life. And I would suggest you all do the same. Like it's super easy to just pick up the camera and start yapping. Like, dude, I've had a lot of things against me, but it's obviously still worked out content-wise. Like I still get views, and for fucking every one hater, like there's like 8 billion people in the world. You can get introduced to like 10 new faces every single day. So like don't let any negativity get to you. I've had like a lot of negativity through my life, like whether it be like the fucking list or like being fucking overweight, whatever it was, like in content stuff, and you just can't let that shit get to you. So just literally start recording. Like it is super, super easy to just fucking hit post. Your first videos don't have to be good. And what else? Boys, honest to God, I think, and I've always thought that we're just getting started. And that's about it.
Just getting started. Just getting started, bro. I'm actually excited for this cycle. I'm super excited for this cycle. I think the content's going to be way better. I think the social trading stuff is going to be a lot more exciting. I think last cycle we had the proof of like concept for memes doing well on chain. I think honestly it's going to be a lot more experimentation. I think the stuff's going to catch people off guard. I wouldn't be surprised if the next coin that like starts at a low cap and goes to multi-billions isn't like just a meme. It's a meme with like something else attached to it, or some devs doing some creative shit around it. That's kind of where my head's at on chain. This cycle coming up is going to be something new that like didn't exist last cycle. But it's
about personally, I think it's all about like just being as early as possible to the most viral thing. Like we saw Chill Guy go to 2 bill because it was everywhere. I feel very well positioned. Ansem, I would suggest you size tune. I'm not totally, bro. I'm like trying to give you alpha, and I hope it like it pays out, bro. And
I actually do like it. I've been showed this thesis by Dior. Dior's been pilling me on it pretty good. I think it's interesting and like it's super viral, but it needs like some kind of catalyst that's gonna break it out. So
what, like, you actually think that's important? Because like obviously I've actually learned a lot from you. So like this is my first time buying a lot of a meme coin at such a high market cap. Like what type of catalyst do these coins really fucking need?
Somebody with a lot of influence to like drive attention to the coin. Like a coin can have its own virality on socials, like across the board. but that doesn't necessarily always mean the coin has to go up. Like there's like a second piece of it that kind of needs to happen for the coin to get attached to the meme and for people to find out about the coin. I mean, that's a lot of it is like crypto natives driving attention to it at the beginning, but it like catches fire, catches attention with people outside of crypto. Like WIF, I was nonstop posting WIF every single day. I have people rating everybody's profile pictures. All this is happening all the time. And eventually we went so viral on X, the fucking Bloomberg and everybody else picked it up. Like, yo, what the fuck is this dog with hat coin on Solana? And then like all the like TradFi people saw like, oh, maybe we'll throw like a few bands at this. And now people DM me like, yo, I bought a little bit of it like just to fuck around, because they already knew what Dogecoin was. They knew Doge went to fucking $80 billion. And so it's like, once something goes viral and people know there's a coin attached to it, it's really just like trading attention, and which is what you said. It's like figuring out what's going to go viral, and like what's the new big thing. So it does need that piece though. Like it does need a way to
What
attach.
about like Show Guy didn't have anyone like that.
I guess Show Guy didn't really. When was Show Guy? 2024?
Yeah, end of 2024, like November.
Yeah. What did it go to? Like a few hundred?
I think it went to $2 billion. I could be super fucking wrong. It went to hundreds of mils.
Yeah,
could be very wrong.
I mean, sometimes it doesn't, but I mean that Chill Guy also had like a lot of traders attached to it that found it pretty early. I think Chill Guy ran up pretty quickly though. I do remember Chill Guy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it needs to be one person, by the way. I'm just saying it needs to be like a group of people that popularize.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it doesn't fucking have to be this one, bro. But like, I really want to catch one of these, and I hope it happens this cycle.
You will, bro. I have faith in you. I have faith in you.
All right, bro. Oh, super nice to meet you. Hope we meet in person one day.
Yeah, we will, bro. We definitely will this cycle. Yeah, it's been cool talking to you.
All right, Banks. I appreciate.
We'll bring Say on in a minute. Love Orangie. You're the goat.
Phase the fuck up, baby.
I love you. You're the best. Great kid. Great kid. Super successful and really, really smart. Sharp kid.
Yeah, he's crushing it. Crushing it.
Let's bring Say in, yeah? Z, you want to introduce him?
I can. Yeah, guys, we got Say in the background, CEO and co-founder of FOMO. They're fucking crushing it right now. They did a big round, I think at like 575 mil. But their core thesis is very similar to what we've been talking about on the show nonstop, which is that social trading is going to become the next like big social media trend. And this like process of sharing your trades in public is basically how a lot of people are going to get popular and blow up online. And like if you enable trading for people, not just in crypto, but also like across the board, anything, you're going to do really well. And they're super focused on mobile and their go-to-market there. So excited to have Say on. It should be a good chat.
Cool. Without further ado, let's get him in here. Say, what's good, G?
Yo, how we doing?
Yo, what's
Amazing.
good, brother? How are you?
Good past couple days. Good past couple days.
Yeah, it's been
good
good.
month, to be honest, bro. Good month, to be honest.
Yeah, it's been a crazy time. Last 2 weeks have been wild. July was great. August is even better, and hope we can continue this trend. Thanks for having me on, though.
Of course. I've been seeing you in a lot of content. You're doing your tour. I saw this Marat's interview with you, and I'm just obviously FOMO is a product that's really, really embracing like content culture and doing this attention thing, marketing in like UGC, and you guys have a ton of partners, people who are promoting your app, who are officially partnering with the app, creating content around the app and the product. You want to kind of just like first, before anything else, Z kind of did his best to introduce you, but would you like to introduce yourself to the chat, the audience, anybody who might be watching?
No, I think Z covered it. Appreciate the intro. I mean, happy to be here. And yeah, I mean, our end goal is really just to bring FOMO and trading itself to the masses, whether that's spot, whether that's on chain, stocks, prediction markets, perps, whatever. So want to just be the canonical place where you can do whatever you want here and build the next greatest social media application.
Word. As far as content, how much you guys have leaned into content and this kind of aggressive push for attention, it makes sense to me and in my mind, and it's always kind of made sense to me in my mind, especially the nature of your guys' product, the social trading aspect. It makes total sense, but was this kind of always part of your guys' core thesis? Was this always part of the plan? You want to just walk us through that?
Yeah, so I think we took a lot of inspiration from a lot of the players early in 24 and throughout 24 that were trying to onboard retail. Phantom was obviously the main one there, and then you saw apps like Moonshot come out and really take this experience from just a wallet that is crypto native to an experience that felt like Robinhood or something similar. So we took a lot of inspiration from those guys and just what they were trying to do and onboard more of the retail users into the space. And for us, we felt like the thing that was missing was, let's say you come onto the platform, you invite your buddy who heard about Mooning token at the time, they buy the token, they make $100. What do they do after, right? It's like they either buy something they've never heard of and churn, or they withdraw their money because they're not familiar with anything that's going on. So we were kind of like, there needs to be this layer that combines everything that is going on in the space that is not CT, that's not Telegram, that's not Discord. And it needs to be very transparent, it needs to be very open, and it needs to be something where everybody can digest immediately. So we put a lot of core focus into some of our design principles, simplicity being one of them, but yeah, we kind of have always felt like this is the thing the world is missing, and it's the next big step for crypto.
Right. And where did you start? Like, how did you meet Paul? Why did walk us through how you guys started, how you guys met, and what you guys were both doing before this?
I mean, crazy enough, we've actually worked every job together. So we started our summer. Yeah, it's insane. We interned together right after junior year in college at Deutsche Bank doing investment banking, and then we both came back, took the return offer. And it was good work. I mean, like, it was stuff where we learned a lot, how to be organized, how to, work hard, but there was something missing. And Paul actually left about 6 months in to go join a company called dYdX, which was, the Hyperliquid before Hyperliquid. I think at the time, before Hyperliquid's rise, they were doing 95% of all Perps market share, $1.5 billion of revenue in a year, like just insane things that nobody really understood at the time. So he joined dYdX as the first BD hire. I came along about 3 months later. I was already trading on chain, doing some things on ETH mainnet, on Avalanche, and just trying to find some edge. And then spent about 2 years. This was 2022. So okay. I joined early 2022, saw the company just do like hundreds of millions of dollars a month in revenue. And it was, it was just the most insane thing I've ever seen, and kind of a crazy intro into crypto. And then we just kept building for the next 3 years, tried a bunch of things, ultimately got our lunch eaten by Hyperliquid for a number of decisions. But I think Hyperliquid at the end of the day was a better product. And that's always been our core philosophy. It's like the best product to win. Nothing else really matters. And, you need to build the best product for people to come and use it.
Yeah, people forget how like hard dYdX was crushing early days. I think people are so well known with Hyperliquid now, but like, yeah, back then it was not clear that dYdX was not going to be the winner there. So you probably learned a lot, I guess, seeing that evolution happen, especially when you have like, they had such a big lead, I think, at one point.
Why do you guys think it didn't win out? Just being a better product?
I mean, there's a billion things to point to. I think the main thing was that we kind of lost focus, right? Where when you have a company that's doing really well, there's no competitors, and it's kind of in its own lane, it's really easy to feel like you're always on top and there's nobody that can come stop you. And I think for that, there was a lot of really competent players at the time. There was GMX, I think, Gains was pretty good, Hyperliquid, obviously. And I think that it was just at this like interesting inflection point where we were moving from dYdX v3 to creating our own chain, which just like technologically just didn't work and satisfy the needs of all the high frequency traders that were trading Perps at the time. While Hyperliquid was on the rise, they didn't have a token, they had a points program, they had a very killer team, and they were working hard. And I think it was just a lack of focus from the top down. Admittedly, like Paul and I weren't really senior enough to drive much of the direction at the time there, but we did learn a lot. And I think there's a lot of DNA that we've taken over.
Competition is a good thing. We actually just talked to Orangie about this. Obviously, we're seeing like narratives kind of form between like FOMO versus Pump.fun. Obviously, Pump's making an aggressive push toward this like social trading thing as well. You guys are both like actively signing a bunch of traders and content creators, etc. What are your feelings about that? Or are you just kind of like focused, like you're not really worried about what anybody else is doing? Clear. Obviously, you guys have conversations about this probably regularly. I'm just curious as your like honest, candid like feelings about all that.
Yeah, I think the honest, candid feeling is that the best product to win at the end of the day, and everything else is noise. So there's these, there's a lot of stuff going on with traders and creators and, incentives and rewards and iteration. And ultimately, I think like this is a very good thing for the space. Like competition is good, like you said. It's something where, iron sharpens iron. It actually like lights a fire under the people.
I think it's really great for the market too, like for everybody.
Yeah, really good for the market.
100%. And I think there's different types of markets, right? Traders, creators, other people. And I think it's really letting people see that there's value in, traders, and traders are really the new celebrities. I know that's been a common topic over the past few weeks, but it's something that's cool to see.
Share that sentiment. You already know. I see it. I see it. And I think we're in the earliest innings of it. And I think the sky is truly the limit for all that shit. How did you and Paul decide to move from that? What is it called? UX?
dYdX.
dYdX. How did you guys make the decision to kind of peel off from that and start this? Like, I want to hear about what Paul and Say's early conversations were. You guys are eating breakfast and it's like, the market needs this product. Let's go build this product. What does that look like?
Yeah, so we always knew we wanted to be founders. And I think that a lot of people, they go start a company just for the sake of starting a company. We wanted to be, building something that was generational that we'd do for the rest of our lives. And we spent about 2 years thinking, what is the product that really makes sense to build? And we couldn't figure it out. We had a lot of conversations where we actually considered building an EOA wallet, right? Where we were like, okay, the wallet is going to be the interface that everybody is operating with. It's going to be like the Apple wallet, but for crypto. And maybe one day, like, it actually integrate into operating systems like Apple and Android. We thought about it for a while. Then we looked at the market, Phantom, Rabby, and a couple of others. And to tell you the truth, like, I thought that they were excellent. I was like, okay, I don't really know if you can build something that's 10x better than this. So we went back to the drawing board, thought for a while. And this was right around, I would say like when Ansem was, doing his thing with WIF and a lot of the tokens were going crazy. It was just a time where you wanted to get everybody into crypto. I was telling all my friends left and right, yo, download this Telegram bot, check out this terminal. Here's how you do it. Let me send you some funds. And there was this crazy moment where I was like, a lot of my friends from home, like, they work at car dealerships, they work at, warehouses. Like, these are dudes who don't work in New York getting, $200K a year. I was like, I would literally give you $2,000 each. If you go create this Telegram bot, put in your keys and start trading tomorrow and watch this 20-minute video. And none of them did it. So it made me realize that, like, what we think is easy is just not easy for most people. And the mental hurdle of doing something new is just like incredibly hard, right? So we set out to like build a better trading experience. And, we take a joint birthday trip every year. Paul's one of my best friends, where we were walking down this like incredibly long road. Like, think this,
Is it
like,
the same birthday?
Similar birthdays. We're like 2 weeks apart.
Wow.
But walking down this like long ass road.
Destined to do this.
And we're talking about like, we need to build this interface. Moonshot is doing well, but they're missing all these things. And essentially at the end of that road, we had a long walk back. We looked at each other and we were like, we need to build this thing because the world needs it. And if we don't build it, like, nobody's going to use crypto. So we, took the rest of the road back, just like ideating on how to build it, what the social layer looks like, what does this look like, how do we start to build it when we aren't engineers? And then we put together this team over the course of a few months, and we were able to ship the app in 2 months.
Damn,
unbelievable,
fast, bro. That's fucking sick.
Just to walk back a couple of steps, is it fair to then say that Ansem, in at least to some degree, inspired you guys to build this?
I would say he was a big part of it. I would say
that's crazy.
There's a lot of these like cultural icons, I think, in each category. And I think when we look back at it, I actually did this interview with Moritz that you just talked about. And the only person that I put in the top 5 of creators and current traders is Ansem. Just because I think like you see a lot of these people do a lot of great things over their, 4-year CT career. Most vanish, most retire, most fade into irrelevancy, most don't like the spotlight. So I think it's, something where we'll look back at this time period and be like, a lot of people drew inspiration from a lot of different people. And all of these people, yourselves running the show, inspiring people every day is going to be something that people look back on and say, okay, this was a really important cultural shift that happened live and everybody got to see it.
I appreciate you, man. I saw that, the clip from it. That was a great shout. You to go for that.
100%.
But yeah, man, you guys have been crushing it too. I think it's rare to see an app in crypto do really well when the sentiment is as poor as it is. I think it cannot be overstated, like how big that is that you guys have been able to accomplish that even in a bear market. Can you speak a little bit to like how you guys think you were able to find growth when everything else is like trending down, and like what you guys focus on to be able to do that? Because it seems like you guys have kind of tapped the marketing channels outside of crypto that other people haven't really been able to tap that aggressively yet. Like, there are people on FOMO who like this is their first time getting into crypto and they understand it pretty quickly, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of 2 sides to this, right? Like, one is we built probably the first cross-chain trading product that's actually workable. Like, prior to this, you had to set up a bunch of different wallets, you had to use slow bridges, and it was really impossible for liquidity to not be fragmented. So I think like on the supply side of traders, we were able to solve a need where, it doesn't matter if it's Solana or BNB or Monad or Base or, whatever else, you can just go and buy the thing. And I think you saw this when Robinhood chain launched, where, we have 60,000 of the 80,000 wallets that trade on Robinhood daily. And that's because like these users don't care what chain it is. It's like they're chain agnostic, right? They want to trade the thing. They can do it very easily. And I think that served the need in the market where, like we can go even as far as to say like a lot of these chains they'd be in bear markets because there's not enough people interested in that specific chain. But now with cross-chain, you can kind of open up a lot of doors and liquidity flows very easily. So I think we did a good job of just building a product that traders wanted. There's obviously still a lot to improve, and that's what gets us up every day: improve the product, do better things, and just make it world class. And then on the supply side, like the normies, right? Like the people who've never traded crypto, we kind of thought that nobody was marketing to the right crowds. X is great, don't get me wrong. Like CT, we got a great thing going, but it's not where like your cousin or your coworker or like, your boy that really wants to understand like new meme coin is really spending their time. So we needed to branch out. So we need to go work with
the user, the trader. I mean, we've talked about this. I feel like blockchains historically have kind of like worked in reverse, where they're like building things and trying to like attract people to come build stuff rather than like attract the liquidity, attract the trader, attract the user. And when I think about the products that have done that the best, you mentioned Phantom earlier. I use Phantom, and it's probably the product and app in crypto that I've used the most across my entire stay here. It's just really, really easy to use. It makes it much, much easier for me to interact, trade things, etc. And then you think about Pump.fun. Like Pump.fun is a product for the trader, right? You guys obviously built this entire idea, this entire product around the trader. Not only that, and what I think is the most interesting part of your product and what you guys are building, and I don't know what this says about my POV and the way I look at things, I think it's fucking insane that you guys are people are starting to like find their, like Poor Goat. We had Poor Goat on last week, and you guys are offering this platform and this median for people to like emerge as like influencers and build platforms and build followings. And then that's being funneled and translating out to whatever, YouTube and Twitter, whatever. But it's like a new median. It's a new category. Like I think we're starting to like kind of develop this new category, which is trader. And there's people of influence in all different ways, shapes, forms, artists, athletes, entertainers, comedians, etc. And I think trader is a very real one. And again, this is just all from the lens of FaZe Banks. I've seen this story one time before with gaming, obviously. Like the earliest conversations I had around like, hey, we play video games for a living and there's this thing and whatever. I don't know. It's kind of one-to-one. It's really exciting. And yeah, I think it's up only in that regard. Obviously, there are some pros and cons to like the social trading thing. I'm curious as to your opinion on that, but we've talked a lot about the pros. How are you guys thinking about like the negative side of shit? Obviously, like copy trading culture, people kind of taking advantage of the influence they have, the following they have, etc. Also, like it just puts people in it changes the game, right? Like it completely changes how people trade and how markets move, etc. Like, just what do those conversations internally look like?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of ways to look at it. I think the way we've kind of taken a view is that this is happening no matter what, right? Like you can think about some of the best traders in the last 3 years. Like these are guys who have 10-second hold times and everybody copies their wallet and they're going to go up and down and up and down. And most people who are following them are going to get rinsed, right? I think that for that reason, we don't have direct copy trading. Like a lot of these guys just automated on chain. I think at the end of the day, like our job is to let you trade these assets. It's to educate you. It's to give you transparency and then to give you all the tools so you can make the best informed decision. And I think like everything, there's good and bad. Our job is like to be this guardian that lets you do these things, lets you do it responsibly, and then helps you grow as a user through your own user journey over time.
Got it. What are some plans in the future to kind of like further like I don't know, like voice chats, like obviously communicating ideas and theses, and obviously I saw you guys rolled out this clan thing. Like, what are some things to kind of be on the lookout for? Like, how are you guys thinking about all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, the possibilities are endless. I think Clan's a good example because it's one of those things where you can just find a community, right? There's all these like top FNFs, but if you think about like your early days of trading, how do you actually get to meet people? How do you actually get to, find the right community where you guys do things together? It was really hard. You had to like DM random people. Somebody had to find your talent. Somebody had to find you on a timeline. And I think like we're just making that easier because if you're a guy on the app where you hit a few trades, chances are you're at the top of the leaderboard and somebody's like, I want you in my clan. I want you in my group. And you find this community and you can actually like, better yourself through community there. But I think on top of that, it's like education, right? Scam warnings, theses, social scores, like comments, just the ability to actually like go in there and, tell the people exactly what's going on where it's not just going to be biased because, it's the one post you see on Twitter that goes viral.
Well, historically, all we've had for DD is crypto Twitter, right? And like it's pretty close to impossible to filter through. Like, I don't know, even just like you can watch, you could see somebody bull post something and you have no idea how they're positioned, right? So it's like, I don't know, adding content, as much context as possible, giving people less steps to communicate ideas and consume ideas. I don't know. I like it. I obviously see it. I think social trading is definitely, I think you said it best. It's gonna happen no matter what. It's gonna happen regardless.
I think X has been like a really good medium for sharing theses on like majors and high cap trades, like your swing trades on Bitcoin, swing trades on Solana, like swing trades on stuff like Hype, Pump, all that stuff. Make a lot of sense to share on X, but like for the on-chain coins, it's just too slow. Like it's way too slow for like sharing information in a way that people are going to be able to make money off of it, and also sharing updates on like what the risks are and information on all these coins. And so I think that's why stuff like FOMO is done well, is because it's like these traders don't have time to be posting like long threads on the coins they bought at like super low market caps. They're like, I'm aping this now. And it's just like
100%.
see that when it happens. And so they already have like in their brain, they're trained to like react to things and respond pretty quickly. But that's the signal. Like the signal is the actual trade. And like X is not going to highlight that. And FOMO does a really good job of highlighting that. So I think that's like the key difference there, I think makes a ton of sense.
We go a step further though. That's what I'm saying. Like, what is the development of this idea, and how is this idea being built? Like, I lived with Frank D Gods for a year. I've seen somebody up close physically do this shit, and it's fucking insane. It's a movie. It's like, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. But like the voice comms and like obviously the clans and stuff, like, are you guys thinking about offering more and more features for like traders to like build shit native to the app? Like, what does that look like? Like, will there ever be an opportunity for me to listen into a grand FNF voice chat? Maybe pay for it, pay for that access or whatever. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I would pay for that. I would pay to listen in on fucking a conversation between fucking Rowdy and QWERTY and Flipping Profits. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? I don't know. Are these the kinds of conversations happening? Is this where we're going with this?
Yeah, 100%. Like, essentially the end goal here is FOMO is the only place you need to be as a trader. So all your comms happen there, all your discovery happens there, all your monetization happens there. And what I mean by monetization is you are a creator on a social platform, right? Like, think about all the people who give money, who create value for like Twitch or YouTube or X. Like, you're making a lot of money, right? You're monetizing your brand. And as you grow on the platform, you have a better way to monetize and to get ads and sponsors and like direct revenue. So that's our main goal. It's like, as people grow on FOMO, you should feel like this social network is so valuable that you are actually gonna be able to monetize and make a living and commit full time. And for that to happen, we need a lot of things to go right. We need a lot of tooling. We need a lot of support. But yeah, like maybe cool ideas like Grand FNF has a newsletter you can subscribe to, right? And every week they come out with, here are the top trades that happened. Here's why we did them. Here's us walking through them. And you have a line to us, almost like Friend Tech, where you're able to kind of communicate back and forth to the people that you are looking up to. And I don't think any platform really lets you do that at scale. Like X does like these unlocked posts, right, where you subscribe. I think that it hasn't gotten as much traction as they probably would have wanted. But imagine like somebody, it's a big trade and you can pay them $10 to say, yo, to walk me through that process, what happened? And to get more access to thoughts over time and to learn from it.
Well, it's all relevant too in the context of like, at the end of the day, these kids are trading information and narratives. That's really what's happening. Like, that's what I see, at least. So to offer as much information and context as possible, as many of these relevant channels and like conversations as possible, like what we had Orangie on earlier, what he did with Potion, what's happening on X, what's happening in these private FNF groups, like all that shit, it's kind of scattered. It's all over the place. And again, for the average person kind of coming in, it's been impossible. Not only, it's been as hard, if not harder. You talked about like removing steps and making it just easy, like the experience for users and traders as easy and frictionless as possible. But even just like the information process, like I feel like that's even in a lot of ways been more difficult.
Yeah, 100%. But like, that's why we have things like Thesis, right? Where you're not going to read like, you know, this long ass post about why this person bought this coin and why it's the future of finance or whatnot. But you might go look at Rowdy's thesis and it's like, I bought this because like, you know, there's upside here that is not captured and people aren't thinking about the right way. And like, here's 3 lines why. And then that might compel you to buy the thing. And I think like what we are trying to do is, a lot of people think when you start investing and trading, you need to have all these resources, you need to read all these books, you need to look at all these videos, but really like the best way to learn is do it, right? So we make it seamless for you to come in and try it, and then you'll learn as you go, and you'll just end up much further better off than if you were to like do all the prep beforehand and not have any real experience.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and I liked Friend Tech a lot. I was the fucking #1 Friend Tech bull, bro. I was top one on that platform. I thought the social trading and like the
Wait a second,
pieces
is
around
that, like-
people made a ton of sense, and they just didn't execute it well. But like that idea makes sense. It makes a fuck ton of sense.
Are we almost at the point where it's where the market's ready for something like that, where you can trade an individual, where you can take a bet on someone like Poor and trade the idea of their P&L, or trade the idea of them blowing up as in terms of followers, attention? I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I mean, it's twofold. I think like I'm honestly the biggest example of this right now with like the Ansem coin, which is kind of like my bet on that. But I think it's twofold. It's like, one, you have people who are really good traders publicly, and their influence like attracts a ton of people to follow them on different socials. And then they monetize that influence through like sponsorships and all types of other things in that way. That's one side of it. And then the other side of it is like tokenizing it and seeing if that works. And it hasn't worked at scale yet. I think it can work and will work, but it's definitely the same idea that like there's this intangible value around people who are really good at trading and really good at whatever it is their profession is, that people want access to. And like however you provide access to that value is why like stuff like FOMO is doing so well.
You guys have like reached escape velocity at this point. Z mentioned earlier you guys just raised it fucking $550 million. Congrats, by the way. And since you guys did that, you want to just kind of get into a few of the metrics, because this last month, like Z spoke to it earlier, has been a really crazy, monumental month for you guys.
Insane month, bro. Insane.
Yeah, it's been
Walk
a
us
crazy
through
ride.
that. Walk us through that. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I
Why
mean,
now?
when we did that round, so I think we announced it like late June. We actually concluded the deal probably sometime, in May. And at the time we were doing, let's say 30 million of annualized revenue. We had maybe 6,000 or 7,000 traders, and maybe we were doing like 150,000 trades a day, right? So we're able to, at that point, raise on this vision that it's going to be much bigger than it is today, which is not just on chain, but everything as we start to verticalize into different products. And I like to think myself and Paul are pretty good at kind of pitching our story and our vision there. And we're able to get a valuation that we wanted to grow into. I think now we've really grown into it and more, where, we are doing probably $100 million of volume a day. We have 75,000 different traders every single day trading on the platform. We do a million swaps every single day. And we've grown anywhere from like 6 to 15x on all the metrics that they benchmarked us on there. So it's just been an incredible time, just like witness this happen, scale the infra, build new features. And the team is locked in. Like, I'll leave the office at 8 p.m. to go for a dinner and come back, and everybody's still here. Like, there's never been a more exciting time to just like grind, because you get one shot to become one of the biggest companies in the world. So when you have it in front of you, like, you want to do everything, in your willpower to be able to make sure that happens.
Is that what life looks like for all of you guys right now? It's nothing else. You guys are just glued to this. There's no life outside of this.
Yeah,
What's your idea of fun? Like, yeah, you going to the gym, like.
Yeah, like we do cool stuff. Like we'll hoop, we'll go do a high rocks workout, we'll lift, we'll go hike. But yeah, I mean, pretty much, like, I was just listening to Travis Kalanick, the Uber guy, on a podcast, and he was like, building a startup as a founder is like, have you ever seen somebody at the 21st mile of a marathon where, bro, their faces are excruciating, they're in pain, they're literally about to fall over, but who decides the winner of that marathon? It's those last 5 miles, right? So for us, we feel like we're in this 21-mile stretch where, like, we are going to work harder than everybody else. We are going to ship. We are going to be focused, and it's going to be painful, but it's going to become less and less painful over time. And you're just going to learn to really deal with it. And that's kind of what you have to do as a founder. You have to always break new walls. You have to go through bigger hurdles, and you have to be sure that, you're able to influence and inspire the rest of your team to be able to continue to do so.
You said you guys hoop?
Yeah.
We hoop together, bro.
I dropped a fucking 40 ball last night.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did. We're going to have to play. You guys are based in New York also?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. How often do you guys run? A couple times a week?
Honestly, not that much anymore, just because of how things are going. But yeah, like, once a week would be a blessing.
Yeah.
Pull up, bro. Pull up to New York, bro. We'll hoop.
We're gonna have to. I'll be there at latest Fashion Week, which is what, September?
That's late September.
I think it's early mid-September. Yeah.
We'll set it up.
We have to, obviously. Yeah. Wow. Congrats. I mean, it's fucking crazy. You guys are young. How old are you?
I'm 28. Wow, 28. Our third co-founder is like 30. And I mean, we kind of feel old because we have a lot of these like 20-year-old kids who they never went to college. They're, Like, I'm not even kidding. This new generation is just a different breed. Like, I don't think they sleep. They don't even know how to eat. They just know how to work. And it's crazy. It's been honestly such an influence.
It is. It's nuts.
How are you guys thinking about like the scaling outside of just like on chain? Because I know you said you want to be able to trade everything, and it seems like the TradFi has attached themselves so heavily to Hyperliquid as a thesis because it's really easy for them to understand like perps on stocks, perps on crypto, perps on commodities. And I think it's like you guys are the social layer for on chain right now, but how are you thinking about that for like also stocks and perps and everything else too?
I think we want to do the same thing for stocks, for perps, and for everything else that we did for on-chain. And the reason I say that is because all of these different providers, whether you're Hyperliquid or Trade XYZ or the NASDAQ or Securitize, like you don't want to work on the distribution, right? Like your game is you're going to build a technology or the settlement layer that everybody's using, and you want everybody else to distribute it for you. That's kind of how these things work in the traditional world. And I think that for us, like our edge is distribution, right? Like we've been able to do it for on-chain. We're going to be able to do it for perps, and we're going to be able to do it for stocks, prediction markets, and everything else. And we like to think that the gateway to speculation is just going to be on FOMO. It's going to be the only place where you can do all these things. You can see transparently. You can learn. You can level up. And yeah, like for example, yesterday, when things started to blow up, we went 10x overnight in 24-hour perps volume because people are like, wait, I can do this on FOMO as well. And it's been a product that we haven't marketed at all, but we're a top 5 builder code every single day. I think we're the fastest Hyperliquid builder code to get to 100K in revenue. And it's there when the market turns and people are ready for it. I think there's just not been a lot of volatility, but it's another product that we're incredibly excited about. And I think the winner of that market is a multi-$100 billion company alone.
I definitely agree, bro. I think it's interesting that I think it's rare to see traders who are like really good at both things. I think CT is kind of fragmented. We've seen the like plumbers versus like the zoomers, like the boomer argument. And it's because like a lot of old OG CT made a lot of money on perps. Like the people who started out on BitMEX, on like XBT and those chat rooms, it was like they were leverage trading Bitcoin primarily. And then it's like as crypto kind of has evolved and the on-chain stuff has picked up, a lot of the OG people are not as active in like these OG trenches, which is why I think they speak so poorly about like memes and all the like low cap stuff because they made their money on perps on like trading like higher cap coins. But I think it's interesting in that you're going to see now, like Cordy is probably a really good example of this. He like made a lot of money on the New Lie like meme, and then he also flipped and made like a few hundred bands on Hyperliquid like right after at the same exact time.
He's such a beast.
Dude's cracked.
So smart.
He's so cracked. But I think it's really going to be really good to have like both of that in the same place. Because it's going to attract like both different sides of CT and also just like people external to CT. Like, there's some people really good at stocks. Some people don't know what the fuck a meme coin is. There's some people really good at meme coins, but they don't know like which AI stock they want to invest in. And I think if you're the place where those two people can congregate and speak to each other, you're also not just like the place that facilitates that trading, but you're also the place that like facilitates the learning from other traders, from people like in areas they might not know that much about.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. Like you think like the top perps traders are going to look at Cordy just like flex on the timeline that he made 300-400K on hype and just let him do it in peace. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see a lot of these guys come out and be like, hold on, like I just hit this 7-figure perp trade. Nobody's giving me my flowers. So I need to go into the arena and show everybody that I still got it, or I'm still the guy that can do it. And I think that like competition is something that, like we mentioned, just like brings the best out of people. So I think we start to see a lot of bigger perps traders kind of come out of their shells and say, I've been doing this for many cycles. I've been doing this for years. I can trade every market. And now it's time to showcase that. And I think it's going to be wild when we start to see a lot of these perps guys who are doing like, 7-8 figure P&Ls every day. And I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I'm excited too, bro. I think they're kind of in super low key. Like people don't know how much a lot of the perps traders are making. Like what is the dude? I think GCR, not GCR, the other guy, fucking Smartest Money. Smartest Money has like a close to $100 million Hyperliquid position,
Holy
I think,
fuck.
on right now. Yeah. It's like close to $100 million Hyperliquid long on right now that he's been like building for a pretty long time. But I don't know if he cares as much about the social, him specifically as an individual, but there are people like that who just don't care about the social side of things. Like, bro, I'm making fucking 8 figures on my trades. I don't care about sharing the shit. But I think there is going to be a flip where you're going to see more of those people start to like trade publicly and trade socially. I'm just not exactly sure what's going to drive it. But as you said, it's probably like the competition piece. Like,
and then all I can think about it is fucking pointing a camera at it and just like editing it up and chopping it up and putting it out to the world. Like, it's just the craziest thing that's happening. There's so many insane examples. We talked about Cupsy earlier. Obviously, we talked to Orangie. You know, a huge share of Orangie's success can be attributed to his ability to create content and command attention. And there just aren't enough people doing that. I don't know. It's crazy. I feel like we're at a real serious like turning point.
Yeah, I mean, athletes have always like made more money off their endorsements and outside sponsorships than they have from like playing in league. If you look at Michael Jordan, he's a billionaire because like the shoe Jordan and like his Nike deals and all that. If you look at LeBron, his deal with the Sixers this year is like $3 million, but he's going to make $100 million off like his sponsorships off the court and all that.
Jerseys,
and I think jerseys and shit and all that. And I think traders are like the same way, where it's like, yo, you've made 8 figures plus trading, but it's like if you productize that and the content around that, you're going to make even more of like the deals that you get as trading becomes more popular. And I think that's kind of what a lot of these guys haven't realized yet. It's like they don't know that that's even a thing that can happen. And like once they realize like, oh, I can be making 2 to 3x what I've made trading because I'm building something, or because I'm building content around this, or like because I'm doing this sponsorship with these people, then I think it makes more sense for like the traders to start doing more things. So that's at least my thesis.
I think it's happening right now, and I think it's gonna explode. I think it's gonna explode. And we talked earlier about you guys, yours and Pump's like competition being very healthy. And while it's healthy for the market and the product, obviously forcing you guys to be even more serious and dialed in and building the best product possible. Like obviously you guys both working hands-on with creators and traders. They must be realizing the opportunity that they have outside of the scope of just trading. And also the nature of trading is so competitive. You see it. Like these guys all want to have the biggest P&Ls. They're all doing it in public. They all want to be these like goated legacy, like Mount Rushmore traders, right? And a huge part of that equation is absolutely going to be this like brand that they build, the lore that they have, their public perception, the narratives around how they did it, all that shit. And I just think, yeah, we're at the ultimate inflection point of trading culture, traders, content and trading. I think it couldn't come at a more perfect time, because what I worry most about, like what I'm most bearish about in crypto, is the word. It's the brand. I think it's so cooked, and I think it's so unattractive and keeps so many people at bay because it's just unfortunately been this like kind of cesspool of just like negative, toxic shit, scamming, etc., whatever. People have kind of more or less made up their mind with that shit. But I think trading is cool. I think trading culture is like the coolest thing that's come out of crypto, and it's existed in every era, in every generation, Z, Kobe, etc. But watching it evolve in real time is crazy. It's cool, and I feel like right now, finally, everyone's kind of waking up to how important that is in the role that it's all going to play.
What if you have thoughts on this? What do you think, or why do you think Robinhood specifically like hasn't done as well with the social trading? Because I would think that like they would be the de facto place where people just like crush the social trading aspect, but it seems like they just haven't focused on it or haven't capitalized on it a lot.
Do people have public profiles on Robinhood? Sorry.
Yeah, you can now. There's Robinhood Social, which like they've rolled out to some people. But
when did that get introduced? Recently?
They've been talking about it for like a year now. They rolled it out to, I think, a handful of people, and like you can get access to it right now if you really wanted to. You can just like go on your app and request it.
Right.
But like the issue with that is like, I think this has to start on chain. It has to be on a blockchain where it's fully transparent, where you can see everything happening, and you can't just like obfuscate what you want, to tell people versus what you don't want to tell people. I think with Robinhood Social and like other similar apps, there's this like confirmation bias, right? Because of regulatory restrictions, they can't just go on and turn on everybody's account. They can't just say, good luck, now everybody sees your $100 million stock portfolio, good luck, here's your name, here's your whatever else. So they need to get everybody to opt in and to confirm it, and to, for better or for worse, like if you're losing a trade, you're not going to post about it, right? Like if you're winning a trade, you're going to post about it. So it creates this like really weird incentive where you just don't know where the next thing is going to come from. So we think it has to happen on the blockchain where you see everything, wins, losses, good times, bad times, poor sizing, great execution, round tripping. Like it happens all here on chain natively, and it's always happened, right? Guys like, like yourself and me and others who actually track wallets, you see that through the years. Not everybody sees that, but now you get to have a platform where that's very transparent. And I think, I wrote this article on Twitter about like why the next great social media platform has to happen on chain. It's because there's core principles of the blockchain that just can't be replicated anywhere else. And a lot of this is like global distribution from day one. It's transparency at the most primitive layer. And it's just the ability to actually like do things permissionlessly. So it has to happen here. And if it fails to happen, I don't think there's going to be another social finance app that actually works out.
It's a really great take, actually. I think that's the most cogent thesis I've heard on why crypto social actually makes sense. Like crypto social historically, people have said has been like a really poor investment. But my take is that I think crypto social hasn't done well because you've stripped out all the most important parts of what makes crypto social entertaining, people, which is like the speculation aspect of it. Like you can't just do the, oh, we're just going to copy paste X on the blockchain. It doesn't make sense. Like the reason crypto is cool is because of the speculation piece. So I think combining that is what makes crypto social cool. But what you said was 100% true. 100%.
Yeah, 100%, man. And I think like there's going to be a lot of competition in the space, right? Like as people start to realize that this is something that's inevitable, you kind of think about like, what are the biggest companies in the world? There's Robinhood, $100 billion company, Coinbase, $80 billion. Then you have the next tier, which is banks who play the AUM game. They might be a few hundred billion, maybe half a trillion, whatever. But the greatest businesses in the world are advertising platforms. Google, Meta, multi-trillion-dollar stocks. Why? They don't touch any of your money. They don't do any of these things, but they are where all the information flows, right? So they're able to monetize all of the attention, all of the ads, and all of the like direction of where people spend their money and where they go. So you can think about like what's even more powerful than just a broad advertising platform. It's one where you can actually do the thing, but also execute, buy, and do all the things that you want to do that you see about. So I think that FOMO started off as a trading app. It's like, let's make trading easier. It's evolved into let's become the social graph of finance. But I actually think over time with AI commoditizing content and it being so easy to go viral, the only real thing that's going to exist here is risk. Who is right? Who made the most money? And what are the returns transparently over time? And I actually think you're going to see the biggest celebrities in the world be people who are right publicly over and over and over again. You saw like Leopold, he's, made a few $1 billion publicly, and he's probably one of the most famous people of the last few weeks. Like that's not a one-off. That's going to be the norm where every single person who you hear about in the news is going to be the next guy who made $100 million in public, who did it 5 times, who did it 10 times. And you get to this point where like somebody has to control that distribution. And I think it's going to be FOMO, where we're going to be the biggest social platform in the world. And, that's a multi-trillion-dollar market, if not tens of trillions of market.
I mean, it's kind of where all Trump's like success in politics stems from, right? His ability to be successful in public. Brings me to the thought of Elon Musk. Elon Musk has done it over and over and over, and obviously has this insane like global brand. He's one of the most famous guys on planet Earth because of how well he's done in public. I have here. Was Elon Musk supposed to invest in FOMO? What is that? Why is this written down here? Why do they make it?
I have no idea, man. I mean, I can't deny or confirm that statement, but yeah, I don't know why they have it there.
That's
got it. Had to ask. They wanted me to ask. But yeah, listen, we have Austin in the green room. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. I think the social traders are the new celebrities. Like I see it. I see it very, very
multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. I agree. 100%.
I've thought what's happening on chain. I got the exact same feelings in my bones, the same as when I discovered Xbox Live for the first time and saw this like whole underground thing happening and nobody realizing it or paying attention to it. It's developing and evolving kind of in the same way at a much faster rate. I think this next year is going to be fucking explosive for all things related. Is there anything that we missed or anything that you want to say before you head out?
No, not at all. I mean, obviously very grateful to, be going a platform, to contributing to the space. And, at the end of the day, like this only matters if we can actually meaningfully onboard more and more people into the space. Like people think too PvP, too much into this echo chamber of crypto Twitter. But like the reality is like we get flamed for saying we have 1.5 million users every day, in total, every day we get flamed for it. But it's like, bro, there are 8 billion people in the world. There's so many more people in the world to onboard, to market to get, invested and be this platform that actually democratizes access to markets. And yeah, like that's an exciting prospect, right? Like, why are you going to build towards something where you want to build for like 50,000 crypto users? That's not exciting. There's no legacy there. And for us, it's like, it's really about the legacy and impact. So if we don't do it, somebody else will. So why not us? And yeah, super excited to just continue to build and try to make the market as big as possible, honestly.
Even just speaking for myself, this is a great conversation. You're super articulate. You do very well in content. It's part of why I was excited to have you on the show. Yeah, you don't see like a ton of founders, like tech founders, who are like kind of carry the cadence that you do. So props for that. I think that's lacking in crypto also as well. excited to see what you guys do, man. Excited to see kind of where all this is headed. It's exciting times. Everybody's up. It's been a great past couple days, but yeah, this month has been transformative. So thank you for coming on, sharing, and articulating yourself. And yeah, I appreciate you, bro. We'll have to have you on again sometime, maybe with Paul.
Yeah, 100%. Appreciate you guys. Keep crushing.
Of course.
Later, brother. Appreciate you.
Love. I did not know they were like friends like that. Like they fucking worked regular jobs together and shit. That's sick. That's kind of like, I don't know. You love to see that. I don't know why.
Paul's
That's
cool
like,
too. I've met him before too.
They're both like young, articulate, like personable people. You don't see it a ton in crypto.
They have aura.
Yeah, they do have aura.
They have aura.
And they're young. Yeah, say's a chat. WSay in the chat. We appreciate him coming on. This is the point in the show where I pass the reins off to Z. He has a couple guests in the queue for this post show, and I'm going to let him do his thing. Appreciate you guys, chats. If you're watching on Twitch, you're watching on Z's Kick, you're watching on Twitter, really, really appreciate you. Yeah, great episode. Really, really exciting times, guys. It's never been a better time to lock in. Obviously, we're live every single Thursday at 1 p.m. PST on twitch.tv/banks, on Z's stuff, all over Twitter. And yeah, without further ado, I'm going to pass it off to Z, and he's going to take over from here. Appreciate y'all. Z, take it away.